Hello and welcome yet again to another Battleground Games Live. A very special bonus Battleground Games Live. For those of you unfamiliar with Battleground Games, we are your friendly local game store in the greater Boston, Massachusetts area with 3 locations. One up in Saugus on Route 1, one down in Norton by the Xfinity Center, and one here in Abington that has a lovely loft from which we can stream. And that's what we do. So, every Friday, we play different board games on our stream, and we have been doing a Dungeons & Dragons adventure over the course of the past few months, set in the realm of Ravnica, and that's what you're watching now. Welcome!
Here we are.
Hello!
Hello.
Before we get to the game itself, I wanted to make a couple of quick announcements. One being that our lovely friend Jules has just donated something to our Extra Life fundraiser.
It's our first, I think, Extra Life, official first thing for this year's Extra Life.
I am the first entry into the prize mines. Turn it the other way because the pattern's on the other side.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It does a ziggity zag, you see.
What?
Yeah.
It's so good.
So if you want to win this lovely scarf,
it's very cozy.
You want to donate to our Extra Life page during our Extra Life Marathon. We will be selling tickets during the marathon, which happens in November. So we've got a little ways to go until then.
I might have gotten carried away. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's cool. The Extra Life fundraiser is active, and you can actually check it out by clicking the link that is in chat right now. Thank you, Chatbot. I'm glad we have Chatbot today.
Yeah.
I'm currently winning for donations among all of us.
Well, good for you, Jules.
Yeah!
I guess you're now in luck. You might win this lovely.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want your charity donation to come with actual warm fuzzies, not just metaphorical warm fuzzies?
There's warm fuzzies.
Warm fuzzies.
It is
right
warm and very fuzzy.
It's so snuggly. It's made out of baby blanket yarn. It is so snuggly.
I just want to fall asleep on it right now.
Rumor is that we will have more donations after SDCC. So after San Diego Comic-Con, we may have some super special awards available for folks that will be given away during our Extra Life Marathon. So that's something to look forward to. In the meantime, let's go around the table and have everybody introduce yourself, your character, and tell us a little bit about what your character has done to level up in the past. Since the past session, everybody has leveled up to level 3. We are all taking a long rest. Tell me what you do during your long rest in this crypt where we are, and then I will do sort of the so far in our adventures. Why don't we start with Amanda?
Down here. I'm Amanda, and I play Avonin, who is a Devkaran elf, which is the Ravnica version of a drow. And she is a Golgari monk. And during the long rest, because she's an elf, she doesn't really need to sleep, so she's probably going to chill for a little bit, and then just examine the chamber, I guess, and hang out, walk around, look and see what's there.
In the course of your resting, maybe some lessons from the monastery, underground monastery that you attended.
Well, she's going to, look around the chamber. This is the chamber where they fought a vampire.
Yep.
And in looking around, really think about, being underground and being in the dark where she's from, really. And she realizes that her path is clear, and she has chosen the way of the shadow, and has gained some insight into the shadows and the Underdark in here, the Ravnica version of the Underdark, the underworld there, yeah. Yes. And the sewers and all of the city ruins that the rest of the city has been built on top of, because Ravnica is all city. That means there's city built on top of old city. So, yeah, she's really had a good time looking around and learning about that space.
And we also have...
And my name's Amy. I play Harmatu EA. This is a Vidalcan wizard at the Izet faction. Harmatu has been preparing some spells. They don't like it down here, but they respect it because they are interested in urban infrastructure and urban planning. So, despite their personal discomfort, they are very interested in what they see, and they have prepared a couple of second-level spells during their rest.
Fancy.
I'm Andrew, not to be confused with our DM Andrew. I am playing Gardon, the Minotaur Life Cleric, who has spent this time reflecting on, healing people and peace of mind, something he struggles with on a day-to-day basis, which is why he's what he is. And he's just trying to help out his friends, and then figure out what happened, and he doesn't want to, go to prison for exploding a person he didn't explode.
Yeah.
He's got that under control.
Going to prison for exploding a guy he did explode, fine.
Yeah, that's one thing. But he didn't do this one.
That's taking responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that.
And Jules.
Hi, I'm Jules. I play Cassia, a centaur druid who has spent this time befriending what tiny bugs and small critters might be wandering around on the floor, collecting what fungus and whatever sorts of growing life things that might provide sustenance that she can find, and making teeny tiny little sushi rolls out of them.
There are no floor eggs.
No, we couldn't find floor eggs this time. No floor eggs. No wall eggs either. None eggs.
Ceiling eggs?
Can you reach the ceiling from here?
Never
Way up there.
eggs we find the floor again.
They were the millennium.
We haven't tried that yet. That'll be the next thing we try. But yes, doing that, sort of meditating, trying to find life in this. We are basically in a tomb. It's full of skulls. It's full of dead things, and that's freaking Cassia out a little bit because that's not really how
What
Cassia.
it's like down here.
Yeah, it is, but that's
do.
not Cassia's comfort zone. So
Well, now that
we're in the learning zone. It's okay, but it's all right. And in so doing, somehow through all of this, Cassia's picked up a couple new spell things that she's plotting. You'll see them. They're surprising and hilarious. And that's about it.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I play Morgana Belshimmer. I am a Simic hybrid sorceress. So in this time in the crypt, while I should be sleeping, I don't really want to. So instead, I've just kind of been pacing around and looking around and thinking and walking and thinking and walking. And at some point, I sat down for a minute, and when I sat down, I was like, "Oh, this feels different." And I had like a weird surge of power, and I thought about this for a second, and I was like, I think I want to be stronger. And so I've learned a new spell now, and now I can attack people more, and I'm very excited.
More attacking.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love the
Level
idea.
3 is definitely
I
fun.
think I want to be stronger.
yeah, it's gonna be
That's
fun.
like great.
right?
I think that'd be great.
Just more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Life goals.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I want to be.
Need more
I want to
push-ups
be
to be
faster.
stronger.
I want to be
Brain
the very best.
The best that
best
ever
that
was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Gardon
And
lies
I
on the
am
floor.
your DM, Andrew. Hello, everybody. For those of you joining us for the first time, a quick summary of what's been going on in the world of Ravnica. Our group here are all residents from a cellar in the, Confectioner's Row, where they were mistaken for investigators because the 221st, the basement of the 221st dwelling on Confectioner's Row was known to be the house where a famous investigator used to live. He doesn't live there anymore.
221st, I just got that joke. Jesus Christ. I was today years old. Oh my God. Sorry, continue.
And Confectioner's Row.
Yeah.
Yes.
That took me that long. I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's okay. It took me
They were hired by an individual to find an item called the Eye of Azor, which is to be used in a big investiture ceremony that was going to be happening. And eventually, they found what they believed to be the Eye of Azor. Unfortunately for them, it turned out not to be. It was a trap, and when the investiture ceremony was held, there was a massive explosion, and Jace, the Living Guild Pact, the individual who holds all of Ravnica together
he's kind of
and
important.
prevents complete chaos, was the Living Guild Pact disappeared.
The entire guild pact is this bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The group has had contact with Jace since. He projected himself and informed them that he was being held somewhere. And they investigated during the last session in an attempt to find out what happened to the actual Eye of Azor, they were led by a friendly giant centipede down to a underground lake, on the other side of which they discovered a series of corridors which led them to the crypt that they are in.
We had a crawl at one point leading us.
Yes.
Because it went swimming.
That's
It
right.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the centipede that led us to the lake. The centipede led us as far as it would go.
Yeah.
And then the crawl.
The crawl would have attacked
then the crawl
you,
happened.
But
Yeah.
they had
We all
someone
noticed.
who spoke with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, the rest of them did. I just charmed one of them, who was just like, "Oh, your friend."
Yes.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the group ended up at the end of last session in this crypt where they were confronted by a vampire who was they had some difficulty in dispatching this individual.
Vampire.
We did surprisingly well,
Yeah,
though.
You did well.
Gardon's happy
Listen.
with how he
He
performed,
fled into
mostly.
into the corridors beyond the crypt, and you guys barred the door by taking a door you had taken off the other side of the chamber and sort of propping it against the wall.
Yo, dog, I heard you like doors.
Not sure what the problem is.
We
here.
put a door on this door.
Took a long rest, and now, after the opening credits, we will continue with episode 4 of Ravnica Rising.
When is a door not a door? When it's
A
two
jar.
doors.
It's a jar.
Drives me nuts.
What's
Wait,
it?
wait. And welcome back.
Oh, I see it now.
Actually, as your long rest is coming to an end, who is awake? Who is the person on
Who's
watch
last shift?
Last shift at the end of your long rest.
I'll take last shift.
Okay. Can you give me a perception check?
Sure. $15?
That's with modifier?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
an 11, and
Okay.
I have a +4.
So, although you don't hear any footsteps or anything on the other side of the door that you guys have propped, you do hear something. It is a tone, almost like a bell, like a church bell or something, but continuous and sort of humming on the other side of the door.
Aside.
Like a prayer bowl sort of like.
Sure, yeah.
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 Okay. All right.
does.
All right.
Out of character aside, when Jace showed up, didn't he say he was hearing a tone?
Yeah. He
Okay.
did.
You're correct, yes.
So okay. So I can hear something like that.
Yes. And it's, very, very faint at first, but it seems to be getting louder.
Okay. Yeah, that's disconcerting.
Louder or closer?
And not.
Both.
I have spent time underground.
Yes.
Being Golgari. Have I ever heard anything like this before?
Give me a history check, I guess.
Cool. I have never heard anything like this before. That was a 2, and I have a +1. So, yeah, if I ever heard anything like this before, I sure don't remember it.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, unless you were gonna set that bar very low.
That's pretty low. I don't know. That's not even a 5.
It's an
modified
unfamiliar
3.
noise. You haven't
Okay.
heard anything like this
It's
before.
just very strange to me.
Yes.
Well, it's towards the end of my shift. I think, knowing that this is a sound that I am unfamiliar with, and knowing that Jace had mentioned something, I am gonna wake up the rest of the crew.
Okay.
I mean, how big is this chamber?
So it's probably 30 feet to a side, big square chamber.
Okay.
It has a coffin or thing in the middle of it.
Of course it does. Is it like up on a dais or?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we wreck that?
You're welcome to.
I would let.
Where are you guys in the room? Are we spaced out or are we all clumped together sleeping?
Excellent question. Yes.
Because if it was a
I would let
small room,
someone
I'd be
near
like,
that,
yeah, we're all together.
because
But
that's not cleric, not a life cleric, coffin vampire. I'm not okay with that.
Okay.
So probably would have been near it just in case something else ever came out of it.
okay.
I would probably be tactically in a corner somewhere, like back against a wall.
And
That's
Watching
probably where
doors and
most of
stuff.
the bugs would be anyways.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about the coffin. Okay, probably would be trying to
Maybe-
think of a way to
You found some scarabs.
Yeah.
get rid of that.
I found bug friends. Nibbles found bug friends. Nibbles, my bug dog.
Yes, bug dog.
Bug dog found bug friends.
I think Harmatu would
Been
just be
keeping my beetle with me.
sitting cross-legged up against a clean section of wall, insofar as that can be had.
Okay.
I don't sit still.
There's less
You're,
guts
you're
over there.
moving,
Morgana
so
is constantly.
I would
pushing.
probably first get Morgana's attention because you're up and moving.
Yes.
And then I would wake the others up.
Okay.
And yeah.
So you can all hear this,
Like,
and
hey,
it's almost it
guys.
rises and fades. It's
Is it like breathing?
no, it's definitely a chiming sort of.
No, no,
ringing
but
sound.
like,
Oh,
in and out like
no,
it's breathing.
there's no discernible rhythm to it.
okay.
That's also disconcerting.
So is it
I
consistent?
don't like it.
So it's wow, wow, or is it more
But
like
it's-
wow?
More the
Wow.
latter. Yeah.
Wow, wow.
It's not
Okay.
not a repeating sound.
Okay.
I'd like to make an Arcana check and see if that's something that
Okay.
I might know about. D20?
Purple one is a D20.
I was thinking religion,
yeah.
if that's
And
allowed.
the red sea glassy one is a D20.
Sure. So Harmatu makes an Arcana check.
So that's 4. Is that right? Is that?
Yep, that's a
4,
four,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
plus 5.
So a 9.
Yeah.
And you, Gardon, you were going
If
to
that
do
die
a
isn't
religion
leaving, we'll
check?
put it away
Yeah.
for the session.
Everyone likes the die
That's an
person.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a fan favorite.
We've already lost one die to timeout.
So
This is my very first D20.
Aw.
Your very first one?
Came in a red box.
I have
Like
a
early
primary
D&D
color
red
set
box.
from circa
Gardon,
1999.
Very
I don't know
good.
where my first one is. It's in here somewhere.
I'm going to say Harmatu, it's an unfamiliar noise for you. It's not, you're familiar with mechanical noises, with construction of interesting explosive devices, things like that. This doesn't seem mechanical in nature.
Okay.
Gardon, I'm going to say you had an 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For you, it sounds like a bell that doesn't stop ringing. You're familiar with prayer bells and summons to prayer and stuff like that. It's like that, but it doesn't stop. It just fades and then comes back.
Could be used for some kind of service, religious service.
Religion's down here.
This is your
Do I do
home.
a nature check to see if that's
No?
like
Yeah,
a
it
natural
is.
noise?
I mean,
Sure.
they're
Gotcha.
like
May I borrow
the
your
temple
box?
that I
Please.
studied at. They don't.
That's
We
not
don't
gonna
like
go
use
well.
bells. at all,
4, so
people.
nope.
I don't really know the other
If
religions
it is, I don't know about
down here. It's like
Actually, no. You're going in timeout.
All the purple dice are in timeout.
I mean, all my dice are purple.
Can I make a religion check to see what religions I might know of in the
Sure.
sewer?
Right, bisexual sparkles.
Yeah, you would know
do
better
better
than
than
me.
your brethren. You tell me it's not.
It really is.
12?
Okay.
Behave.
I'm going to say it's not familiar as a religious thing for
Okay.
you. You're all old enough to have been around, it's actually not that far back, that Jace was invested with the power of the Living Guild Pact.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we remember his investiture.
Yeah, we, it was a big deal.
There were ceremonies and such involved with that. And you do recall ceremonial sounds that could be associated with that.
I have a theory. Garden
Okay.
will not, but I do.
Then if he could be invested in a ceremony that made sounds like that, could he be divested? Could they be,
Can you undo with that?
or could somebody be trying it in a way that would harm him?
I wouldn't want to, but someone might want to.
On that note,
That'd be bad.
why undo when you could just redo with someone new?
Maybe you can't.
If there can only be one.
I mean, there can be only one.
Out of character, I don't think there's supposed to be only one. There just is only one.
So like, because the guild pack wasn't a person before.
But there was 2 Eyes of Azor.
Yeah, but like, I don't.
Things don't have to be one.
But there was
I think guild packs can only be one, because there's no way to put the same. It's a power, and it was in a thing, and now it's in a person. You'd have to split it somehow. I don't think the power. Yeah, if they're trying to transfer it from like him to someone else, or get it out of him.
So as
and
you're having
break
this
it.
discussion,
We should probably figure that
the
out.
noise gets a little bit louder.
Yeah, don't like
and
that.
you actually do begin to hear. Actually, everybody give me perception checks.
Unfortunately, that was cocked. That would have been great.
That's 15.
6.
16.
That is
I have a
a
2.
17.
Okay, so the three of you hear the padding of feet on the other side of the door. of
I'm
the
like
door
super
that you have
concentrated on this
propped up.
bell
Oh, the other
noise.
side of the door?
I'm running in circles,
Yes,
apparently.
on the other side of the door that you actually you blocked, the one that leads further in.
Door.
Small feet coming towards you.
Small.
Someone's
feet.
coming.
Someone's coming.
Hold door. Spear ready. Shield ready.
I hear the pitter-patter of tiny feet.
Children?
If there are children in here, I am calling Ravnica Department of Family Services immediately.
You know what? We raise plenty of nice families down here.
This is not where
But
you
not
live,
in the
though.
crypt.
Yeah, no, this is not your house.
Not time. Door.
Very defensive about my home.
And there's a rapping at the door. Rap, rap,
As
rap.
if someone lightly
And
tapping on our chamber door.
Oh, no.
A voice says,
Who is it?
"Hello?
No one's home.
Nobody here but us chickens.
Rap, rap, rap."
Yes.
Who goes there?
Spear.
We don't want any unless
Don't
you're selling
invite
Ravnica
you
Girl
in.
Scout cookies.
That just open the door. He opens
Okay.
door.
Yeah.
So Gardon tries to open the door, which is just propped against the wall, so it sort of falls down on the floor next to him.
Because Gardon forgot.
And on the other side of the door is Thibbleflip, never lost, with his map out and his monocle on his eye.
Never mind, don't answer
I'm
that.
going to bring
and-
up a picture so that those who aren't familiar with Fibbleflip can understand who Fibbleflip is.
Well, this is Thibbleflip.
Fibbleflip.
Yes.
Different than Fibblethip.
I'm still going to bring up a picture so that they know what we're talking about.
A tiny homunculus.
Yes, this is the tiny homunculus with his belt full of scroll racks, from which he pulls out various maps. He has a monocle that he wears, and he says, "Oh, I found you! Never lost!"
Homunculus. Sorry.
Gardon, I love you dearly.
There,
Please never
there.
change. Yes, tiny friend. How did you?
That's the
never
sort
mind.
of thing
How
we're
you gonna
talking
hear?
about.
What?
Oh, how
You found us.
precious.
Now
The
what?
homunculus.
Quick,
they,
follow
you know.
me!
We're going with
Where?
Where are
Why?
you going? Where?
Where are we going? What are we doing?
Oh,
We
he's
have to escape before
He
it
is
gets
adorable.
bigger.
disgustingly cute.
Before what gets bigger?
The
The wub
And he
wub.
starts-
Noise?
He starts running back down the hall.
The wub wub.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
What if we need to go towards wub wub?
Go with him?
Well, he's going towards it.
Oh, he's going
Yeah.
towards the wall. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then yes.
Yes, we'll follow.
We'll follow him.
So
yeah.
he's running down along corridors, checking his maps periodically. It comes to a couple of splits and runs down a hall and comes to a wall. It is a humming magical barrier with runes written into it that is like swirling, pulsing.
You don't see many of those down here.
I don't know much about that, but that looks bad.
Yeah, you don't see many down here. We don't really do that.
Thibbleflip is somewhat perplexed because his map doesn't show it here.
Might be new. You should add it to the map.
Homunculus, no. Can't pass.
And he starts like,
Doodling it.
well, yeah, he's like looking for an alternate route on his map. And as he's doing this, the wall pulses and moves a few inches towards
Can anyone
you.
read this?
I want to make a roll to see if I
Yeah,
can read
that's
this.
not
Okay.
cool.
That's bad.
I don't know if it be Arcana or History, but I'm going to go with Arcana.
Okay.
Thing of a magical
Oh.
nature.
Oh my God! So I got a 1, but I do have +5, so the answer is no. I guess.
So it's still a 6.
Yeah. Still sucks.
Good news,
are-
but you can't get any worse.
You are absolutely positive that this is magical in nature,
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
but you don't know much more beyond that.
I can cast Detect Magic.
It
Bad.
intersects with the walls
we know
to
it's
either
magic.
side of it,
Doesn't give us any
but
more
doesn't
information
seem
about
to
it.
interact with them. So as it moves, it's not pushing anything towards you. It's just
We took
Absorbing
minutes, I
it?
can find
yeah,
out
it's
what
just
it does.
absorbing the walls to
If
either
we have
side
10
of it.
minutes.
I don't think so.
He
I
would push us out of the way if one of us stood
All
near
right.
it when
I
it's
touch
take.
it.
Hold on. I take out a dagger
Yeah.
and I tap it.
Dong.
Very peaceful. Dong.
But the dagger does not penetrate it. There's sort of a flash of light, which disperses out across the barrier, and
Back
doesn't
up.
go through. Yeah. All right, you chuck the
Backs
dagger.
up and throws it at it. See, well, because he just touched it before. Okay.
Yeah.
Some force behind it this time.
Yeah.
How hard do you throw it?
Oh, he's like hucking it at the thing.
Okay, so a mighty knife throw. It bong hits the wall. There's a very loud bong this time, and it goes clatter, clatter, and falls on the ground.
Is there
Can't go
anything-
through.
Is there anything carbon based around the area that's not us?
There are skulls in the walls.
Can I take them out of the walls?
Sure, give me a
Dagger.
strength check. Oh, here,
Is
have
it
a
like
dagger.
is it like a piece of
no, carbon based.
Are we in an ossuary?
Yes.
Nope.
Is there are there
Yes.
like
Crowbar.
can you do that for me?
Okay.
I know how to
Strength check.
Sure, give me a strength check.
Yeah,
Does
guard
he-
on doing a strength check is a lot better
Does he
than
have
without it.
advantage with the crowbar? I forget how the crowbar actually helps. 'Cause mechanically, I know it does something.
Yeah, let's do it with advantage.
Sure.
We don't want me to do that.
Because he
Right,
needs
you have
to
that.
I would just go with the crowbar.
That's a 21.
Wow, okay. You wrench a skull out, and it flies across the room and lands right in front of Morgana.
Perfect. I pick up the skull. I look at it for a second.
I
Yep.
can't heal that.
No, can't
I
fix
wanna
that.
touch
It
the
looks
skull
like it's
against the
probably a
wall.
Vidalcan skull. Okay.
Put the skull against the wall.
Sorry, friend.
All right. So it hits the wall, and it sort of, as you press it against the wall, right? At first, it doesn't penetrate at all. And then it feels like it might be moving through the wall, and then the wall expands a bit towards you and actually absorbs part of the skull. And now it's just sort of wedged.
Oh,
In the
you
wall.
can't take it back out now.
So now,
Let's not touch that.
can we see through the portal?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, you
So
can
it's just
see
this
the other
kind of-
side.
okay.
It's
And it's
darker
poking
on
out?
the other side.
is it poking out on the other side?
Yes.
Or is it just squished into the wall? Like, that was my one concern.
Okay, I see what you're saying. No. Yes.
Question. I can cast a couple of spells that are like dancing lights. Can I cast light beyond the barrier?
I mean,
isn't
you
it
can
like
see.
I
You
can-
can see beyond the barrier. You
Okay,
can
but
try
it's
and cast-
darker.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna try and light it up
Sure.
and see, because that's, I believe, a cantrip for me.
No, dancing lights is definitely a cantrip
Yeah.
for you.
So yeah,
Where did
I'm going
those
to cast
cards
dancing
go?
Oh, yeah, the
lights
spell
Okay.
cards.
and put some of the lights in beyond the barrier because I can see it.
Yeah.
So it's a space I can see. I can cast that into it.
So you get a peculiar form of resistance as you're passing the lights through the barrier.
Huh.
Everything looks normal on the other side of the barrier, but as the lights pass through, you can feel that there's something weird there. And although they do light the other side, it's still
Yeah.
dimmer than this side. But it looks, just like
It looks normal.
Yeah,
There's
it looks
nothing.
normal.
Okay. All right. So I light it up. Do any of you guys want to like peer into the lit corridor while I still have some
Yeah.
dancing light orbs in there? Cool.
Sorry, I was-
Look, I lit it up.
That's too many dice.
so. Sure, give me perception checks to look on the other side of the wall.
Dirty 20.
14?
13.
4.
Wait, where did mine go?
This guy
15?
usually rolls really well.
Okay. So on the other side of the wall, you can see the corridor continues as if it was uninterrupted by the wall. And in the dancing lights, there doesn't seem to be much different on the other side, aside from just a wall between you and it.
All right.
And as you're making this observation, it moves a little bit further towards you. It's
Does
still
the
expanding.
skull stay in it, or does it carry the
moves-
skull with
moves
it, or does
past
the skull
and the skull
drop?
falls down on the inside of the wall?
Interesting. I'm
Approximately
gonna
how much?
extinguish the light. Oh,
Approximately how much is it moving when it bumps forward?
how
Just
far?
a couple of inches each time. Yeah.
I'm gonna extinguish the lights
Okay.
so that we're not like stuck here.
Armatu?
I want to use identify.
Okay.
This may not work. Let's see. Spell slot. Do I need to
It pretty much
Fortunately,
just,
it tells you
yeah, it just tells
if
you.
there's
on
anything
it.
to tell.
Yes.
So you get a sense that this wall is part of a very complicated ritual of some form.
Great.
And you get a sense that the other side of the wall, it's Ravnica, but different. So something about this wall is altering the nature of the world.
Okay, I pass this information along just as soon as I perceive it, because that is a very big factor in whether or not we actually go behind it. And I'm not sure how to figure out whether something can get out.
And it expands a little bit more, and Fibbleflip looks very nervous, and he's like tugging at Gardon's robes.
We should go.
We should GTFO.
And he says, "I found another way."
Okay.
Onward.
Yeah.
Lead way.
Let's do it.
And
Let's
he
the heck out.
races back down the corridor the way you came, turns down a different hallway, and you follow him for a little while, twists and turns. For a while, you're running down a corridor where the wall is actually on one side of the wall of the corridor, so you're sort of skirting around the side of the barrier, and you come to a set of stairs, and he runs up the stairs, and you can see daylight ahead of you. The stairs sort of turn to a right angle so that the barrier is behind you now, and you're running up the stairs into the sunlight.
I am mumbling curses about stairs.
Yes. Stairs are difficult for her centaurs to navigate. More difficult when you're going down, factually.
Yes. Still grumbling about stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't love it.
Regardless of which direction I am heading on stairs, I grumble about stairs, and I grumble about the Ravnica Disability Association.
Don't love the daylight.
Grumble, 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 grumble.
But out we go, I guess.
So you emerge into sunlight. Box text. The tunnel you have been following comes out through a crumbling archway into a clearing, filled with frenetic activity. Behind you, the barrier surges again, now blocking the passage you just escaped through, and then stops, pulsating and ringing. The clearing appears to be on the edge of the rubble belt, the band of crumbled old portions of the city where nature been encouraged to take over. Tumbled walls line the edges of what must once have been a courtyard. To one side of the courtyard, the barrier swirls, and you can see now that it arches up into the sky behind you, forming a vast, swirling dome. One side of the clearing is dedicated to a massive machine that appears to have been hastily constructed, placed in a cart, and then rolled up against the side of the barrier. Parts of the device are on the other side of the wall, faintly visible behind the rushing runes. All around you are people of all races working frantically. The barrier, now that you're above the ground, is clearly dome-shaped. It's large enough to contain a couple city blocks, but pulses and shimmers, trying to expand further. Blue and red lightning streak from the device that holds it back for now. Inside the barrier, you see a huge cathedral at its center. Tibbleflip leads you to a circle of people deep in conversation and announces, "I found them! Never lost! Here we are!"
I don't think that was there before.
Nope.
Yeah, was that cathedral in this space?
The cathedral give me a history check. You don't exactly know where you are. You've been underground and you're turned around.
7.
14?
Wow.
History. 1.
So, you're not sure. You're
Okay.
not really familiar with this part of Ravnica. It could be something new. It could be something that's just got a dome over it now.
Okay.
The circle of people that you're approaching, many of them are familiar. So, in the center of the circle are several important-looking individuals, one of whom is Pontiff Orov, the Loxodon Pontiff, who has been working on behalf of the Azorius.
Elephant Man.
Yep. With him is, surprisingly, Inspector Selikabode,
Oh,
who
hi.
had been assumed to be dead, but you knew that he wasn't. And he sort of reaches down and pets Tibbleflip on the head and says, "Oh, well done, friend, well done."
Ah, you're alive!
What?
So,
This is very surprising.
How shocking!
Gardosh.
and yeah, so amongst the
You're
Azorius
not a
crowd,
collector friend, but I
you
love
do see that Groot and Aorn are there, and obviously Aorn's jaw is on the floor and tears are running down his face. He's very thrilled to see his hero alive and actually here.
Don't meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes.
Don't do that.
So disappointing.
Well, too late. Happened now.
There is a tall, gaunt, dark individual that
Someone shine a light over there.
that Avonin will definitely recognize.
Oh.
Because this is...
That's who you followed down a dark alley.
Well, no. This is the ancient elvish lich, Jared, who is...
Jared.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
Lord of the Golgari.
Yeah.
There's also a
But can he
angel
do that thing with the glass balls?
that none of you recognizes, wearing red and white robes with a large shield and a scabbard at her side.
Yeah. She's a soldier. Whatever.
And as you're observing all of this, a shadow passes overhead, and looking up, you see a giant, oblong sky ship sort of drifting overhead. And for those of you who are familiar with the surface world, this is the Perihelion 2, the massive ship that houses an entire garrison of Boros troops.
It's like a big meeting of all the big names.
Did we assemble the Avengers? Is that what we just did?
Apparently.
Okay.
This is that scene where they all are flying in and the camera's going around the entire team.
Yep.
This is that scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because I was honestly once we hit this point, I was honestly thinking out of character. I say this out of like Ant-Man is just like, well, the first thing we do is call the Avengers. So just, all right, the first thing we do is call the rest of the Planeswalkers.
Yeah. Well, these guys aren't planeswalkers. They're like the guild leaders and their backup.
Yeah.
So, at this point, Inspector Selleck says, "Okay, well, I'm glad that you are here now.
Yeah,
we're
here.
Some of the few who have had any interactions with the incorrect eye. Do any of you recognize anything in this wall, this barrier?"
Actually,
Because-
we'd investigated that.
Yeah,
pretty
so-
thoroughly. The eye, I mean.
Yeah, we did.
That's not going to go well. 5, 10, nope.
I think you two also had a lot of time with it. Was anything similar when you did your identify? Was there similar magics maybe?
Yeah.
So yes, Harmatu, you had cast Identify both on the counterfeit eye
Right.
and on the wall down below, which now you know is actually a dome. And there are definitely similarities in the magics. A familiar, say a script. It seems likely that the same individual is responsible for both.
Okay, I tell them that, and I tell them what they may know is that this wall is altering the nature of the world, and what is behind it is Ravnica, but not Ravnica.
And daggers don't pass, but the skull did.
Skulls do. Yes.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if we chucked it out, it would be faster.
Unpleasant.
Oh, I should have tried
We
that.
should have tried chucking it.
And while you're having this conversation,
I mean, it's right here. We could
the
check
dome
another skull
pulses
if we have one.
Could
and
just do it
rings
again.
again. There's another loud tone.
Don't
But
bad.
it doesn't
Don't like it.
expand. There's like blue and red lightning like running over the corner of it where's this odd contraption that's been sort of hauled up to it, and a group of goblins are running around the contraption, twisting knobs and adjusting things. There's a big hose that comes out of it and runs across the
Sometimes the
courtyard.
Izzet are really, really useful.
I
Yes.
feel
So
like
I recognize this contraption.
So, sure. This is definitely some form of mechanical / magical device. It looks as if it's trying to counteract whatever is causing this dome to expand. It's trying to hold it in place.
So it's like a flood pump for magic, and it's just
Counterspell in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flood pump.
And it doesn't seem to be pushing the barrier back, but it seems to be holding it for now in place.
Cool.
Okay.
have you guys tried passing anything through?
So the Pontiff Orov, who last time you saw him was looking exhausted and beaten down by mountains of paperwork having to do with the explosion, looks somewhat energized now, and he says, "Since this thing, this barrier, first appeared, this bubble, we have summoned many of the greatest minds in Ravnica, and we have determined that it is rewriting the very nature of the plane, that somehow on the other side of this barrier there is a different guild pact. That here, on this side, the guild pact binds the guilds together. There, on the other side, there is only one dominant guild.
Do
we know
you know
which
which
one
one
it
it is?
It is the Orzhov.
The
Cathedral.
cathedral. That, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Was gonna ask about that.
Don't really want that to happen.
And Selleck sort of
I would
steps
say,
up and
God
says,
damn it, but no.
God damn it.
No.
Yeah.
We've got out of this. He's half the problem, apparently.
Jace, damn it.
Jace, damn it.
So,
So, Selleck says, for decades, I have been engaged in mental combat with this individual, the Orzhov oligarch Muerdorin. At every turn, we have fought. It appears that at this point he has bested me. Of course, you will be more familiar with him from the broadsheets and the somewhat colorful writings of my friend Jin under a different moniker. To many, he is known as Dr. Mortality. And he appears to be at the center of this entire ruse. I had been working a separate case that led me into the underground, that caused me to accept the appearance of my demise. But that case now appears to have been a part of the entire thing that you're doing.
Oh.
And now that he has the Living Guild Pact and the actual Eye of Azor, he is using it to rewrite the Guild Pact.
yeah, don't love that.
The barrier itself is impenetrable to intelligent organisms. It absorbs them as it moves, but we cannot ourselves invade it. So we cannot act against him.
What if we let it take us?
Yeah, what if you
We don't actively push.
just stand there and let it...
So we have devised a means of bringing a resistance force into the dome.
Cool.
It will require all guilds working in concert, which is what this is.
Good.
I support.
Gotcha.
Go
But
team.
I mean, that's going to be like herding cats, and believe me, I have tried to herd cats.
Why?
Yeah.
I was 5, it's what you do.
Oh, of course.
So, do we have all 10 guilds here right now?
I don't see ours.
I didn't see Mrs. Net.
And I know Tristani, so I don't see them.
I mean,
I actually don't know
nothing is being like bashed to smithereens, so I don't see the Gruul around. Though we are in the Rebel Belt, so
They're around here
probably
somewhere.
around.
there, a quick glance around the clearing shows that there are a lot of different people here. As I mentioned earlier, you saw the angel, who now introduces herself. This is Alanda, Aalanda, who is the commander of the 6th Legion. And she is in charge of the
Boros?
the counterattack that they are attempting to bring to bear. They do have the impersonator Dala under guard, who was the Demir agent that they had captured earlier.
She's the only sign of Demir there, though.
Yes.
That we can tell.
True.
Um,
Well, the
there's
only
Jared, of
visible
course.
sign.
Yeah, yeah.
To one side of the clearing, towards the broken walls, there are a few centaurs from a delegation from the clans of Gruul. There are, of course, the goblins working on the magical device. They are primarily Izzet. There's a small troop of goblins who are sort of to one side doing a dance, like interpretive dance, to show how they feel about this action.
The
Those-
Rakdos.
Rakdos.
Yeah, they're Rakdos.
They're real helpfful.
You know what? Somebody's got to keep up morale, and that dance does make me feel happy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a cute dance.
join them.
Nope. Got no.
Feel the need to dance.
I must dance. Don't hold me
So
back.
we have Azorius, we have some Selesnya, we have Orzhov. Do we have any Orzhov?
Do we have Selesnians?
I didn't hear Slothy.
do
The
we have
Orzhovs would be on
Selesnya? I
the
mean-
other side. The Orzhov.
I would imagine,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Orzhov are part of the problem.
Well, the thing, no, well, I mean, the Orzhov and the other
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's
Are,
like,
but we
is
don't
it
know-
the Orzhov, or is it one?
that,
Is
yeah.
it that guy?
The
Yeah.
whole group, or is it just this one guy who really wants to be in charge of the Orzhov?
So
Like, what's up with Abzadat these days?
What's up with that?
Yeah. But also, where are my Selesniaks? My Celesbians, if you will.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's a good one. Do I want to say that one? Okay, cool. Somebody.
No, we're
said
going with
that.
it.
I'm good.
I'm rolling with it. It's okay. It's not Pride Month anymore. It's Pride Summer.
there don't appear to be any like folks from Selesnya or from Simic.
We are the Selesnians. Oh no.
I am sad.
It's us. They've sent us.
We
I
have
am now
an
in charge.
asymmetric representative. Hi, hello.
We're it.
I am now in charge of
Hello.
Selesnya.
Hello. Yes, I am.
Is there
Civic.
any ooze around?
Sorry, that's a bad idea. Actually.
That might
you are now in
actually be a
charge of
person.
Selesnya.
Worse idea. I'm the one on Rumspringa.
So there's no like visible Selesnya, Simic, or Orzhov presence.
Are you saying this yourself, or are you
I'm
saying
looking
this-
around
okay.
as
You don't
Avonin
spot
and
any, no.
okay.
Do you guys have any suggestions for the group in general, or
Where do you need us?
We're given, and this is an aside, but I'm and a clarification. Given that my character is on the Selesnian equivalent of Rumspringa, and this is my chaperone for this experience, there has to be a way for us to phone home. There
Okay.
has to be, especially because one of my contacts is Trostani, head of the guild. There's got to be a way for us to phone home. Do we have that?
do you want to take a quick glance around the clearing?
Is that how we call home?
So
Is that like I don't understand how that would work, but there's got to be one, right?
Some plan.
Yeah, there's
You're like, hey.
okay,
there's got to be the emergency. Like, all right, this has gone poorly. Time to go home.
Yeah.
There has
I
to be a
understand what
way
you're
for
saying.
you to
Yeah,
like
the emergency phone call.
Yeah, to call the responsible adults.
so
Like to call it like
Yeah, how do we call mom and dad? Because we have to call mom and dad because they're not here and they're supposed to be.
there is a large oak on one side of the clearing, and
Knock twice.
well, I mean, you together, the two of you could probably try to contact the Selesnian Enclave through, like, the connection of nature that runs through all of Ravnica.
Oh yeah, I do speak Sylvan, don't I?
Yes, we do.
So, yeah.
I want to ask them if they've reached out before we
Yeah,
do that.
actually.
Like, who is here? Who is involved? Who have you contacted and not heard back from?
Yeah,
So,
It's 4 questions.
several questions.
whom are you asking?
The
Whoever looks the most in charge.
Yeah,
the
the
inspector, I
inspector.
guess.
All right.
yeah.
So the inspector
'Cause we have a
sort of
relationship
counts
with him.
off on his fingers and he says, "So far, we have had no contact with the Orzhov Syndicate.
Shock.
great.
Thankfully, my good companion here was actually manufactured by the Orzhov before I freed him, so we feel that he
He's
may
a
be able to
homunculus.
count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have sent runners to the Selesnian and to the Simic to attempt to find some representatives who can assist us in our attempts to breach the barrier and take our fight inside.
I assume you haven't heard back from them yet, or they have not gotten there yet.
As you say this, the tree begins to sort of move, and a trio of faces appear in the bark, and it sort of splits and warps, and yes, before you, you do have the presence of Trostani pushing her way through the tree.
We take a knee, right?
Yeah.
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 I take several knees because I have several.
And the three of her sort of look at you, and they say, "Oh, my sweet daughter.
Hi, Mom.
I hope that you will be able to assist in this. We have sent people back, but they have not been able to reach you yet." And yeah, do you have any questions for her or any?
Trying to think.
Promotion, please.
I helped. Do we?
And they sort of, one of them turns to face the inspector and
Look at all these
to
new friends
face
I found.
the pontiff, and she says, "We've sent a detachment. They should be arriving within another half an hour or so, if you can hold out until then."
We'll do our best.
And the barrier hums, and the barrier trembles.
It's doing that.
As to the Simic, they are sending a investigatory committee. They're supposed to be arriving soon to provide us with technical and logistical advice. Sadly, they haven't gotten here yet.
That's one thing, as an academic, I can tell you the one thing you need when you can get things done that just absolutely destroy all the obstacles in your path is a committee. That's what you need, a committee.
Bureaucracy helps everything.
More meetings. Meetings get things done.
Yes, no, that's why I
have a
summon
meeting, have a
groups of
meeting.
ferrets, because it's a business of
We should
ferrets.
have a
you see.
meeting right now.
We should definitely be meeting before we.
So everyone has to be assembled before the resistance force, which I guess we're looking at right now, to
So-
go in.
Okay, so just logistics, if we're
Yeah.
talking logistics. We've got, like, the leaders of various guilds, right? We've got, like, Jared's here, and I am saying this to
Yeah.
the inspector. We've got that angel. We've got some really powerful
Aaron.
people here. And then we've got, like, a dance troupe and her. And I point at Dala.
Yeah.
Like, do we need important people from each guild or just people from each guild?
I think we got this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So he sort
I'm
of
just looking at the power level here, and I'm looking at, like, my guild leader, who is a lich.
My guild leader, who's a talking tree.
Yeah, and an angel, and then
Yeah,
I'm
lich,
looking
an
at,
angel, and a
like,
tree, walk into a bar.
our
Is this a joke?
faux friend and some dancing goblins. And I'm not, like, I'm worried, is my thing.
So he sort of waves over to some of the crazed-looking individuals working on the device in the cart, and one of them runs over, and it's a little goblin woman,
Hi.
and she says, "Yes, what? Yes."
What do you need from each guild? Like,
okay.
what exactly is necessary?
So the core of the guild pact, it involves just coordination between the guilds. So what we need is a member of each guild present with their guild symbol, and we provide them. All these symbols have to come together into this receptacle, and they have a sort of device on the machine. And as
Are we
soon as
going
we
to, by
have
your powers combined, Captain Planet this?
Yes,
all of
we
the guild
are.
symbols together, we should be able to penetrate the barrier, open a gateway, and as soon as that gateway is open, the forces can begin to invade.
That answers my question. Thank you very much.
What we need is giant robotic animals.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
can pilot through the portal.
Wait,
Can they combine into one giant
I think
robot?
that
I'm
makes
here
it
for this.
only if it looks like me.
Oh, I was thinking a lion.
Well, it had
Lions
the
are good too.
horns.
Yeah.
Horns. Lion
And the
with
barrier
All right, all right,
it
all right.
actually
Let's do this thing.
moves a little
Yeah,
bit
okay.
further. and the cart,
wanna go in.
the
Much
device
as I would
is
love to
on,
Voltron this out,
gets pushed
wanna go
back a
in.
bit.
So
go in.
I want to go
This
in.
this may or may not be a stupid question, but I'm going to ask this. Do we all actually have these medallions that
Yeah.
they're talking about? We all actually have one.
I
It's on my
have
list,
it
yeah.
listed as
No, I'm making
Bulgari
sure.
insignia.
Okay, I'm making sure.
Yeah.
That is specifically what they're talking about.
Belt pouch insignia inside.
Yes.
Yes.
It's like Intel inside, but better.
So
I've
who are
got-
we missing? Who do we need to make
We
this
have
happen?
5 of us. Or,
Well, so
we're doubled up.
we have the Simic because you must have your insignia.
Sure.
Yeah.
we have Cynic, is it Golgari,
It's
and
only the
Celestial.
Orzhov that we don't have.
But we have homunculi.
But
We
does he
have a
have
Homunculus,
his...
but does he have a? Does
I
he
don't
have
know.
a?
Does he have
Yeah.
one?
Fibblefip, do you
Fibblefip.
have your insignia?
And he sort of rolls up a sleeve
Oh, buddy.
and tattooed on one of his arms.
Poor baby.
Can we make him? I can heal arm.
I gently pet
Not
him.
yet.
Not yet. I'm not hiding.
No, that needs to stay there for now.
Is he like all eye?
I mean, yeah, he looks worried.
Just be
Just
very
his
careful not to
one
hit
giant
my leg.
eye is quite wide, and yeah.
Yeah, little pat
Gentle pets. It's okay, buddy. We got you. We got you.
in my head.
Yeah, I
Like a
mean we
pat
can do
throw.
something with that, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We can fix.
So that's
So the
'cause
goblin
that's-
girl says, "Okay, wait, we have 2, 6, and you. So we have 10."
And you.
Hey!
And the rest.
I am actually blanking on your character's name for a moment.
Morgana.
Morgana.
Yes, Morgana. That is Morgana, not you. You's over there.
That guy's you.
She looks
Start
at the
first.
tree and says, "Oh, I thought it was an oak. Okay, let's." And she rushes back over
I don't
to
see
the
any
machine.
sheep anywhere.
Lord, all
and
right.
the gruel sort of look in amongst each other, and they look like they're ramping up for a fight. They're sort of champing at the bit. There's some
I am taking a step back.
centaurs. There's
but
some
watching.
minotaurs. They're doing a haka.
Do we need to
They're
grab one of the
ready
dancers?
to go.
It's very
So
stirring.
dance captain we need to grab for their
Yeah.
sigil?
Yeah, probably. Oi, captain of the dance team, get over here.
Do you have a jingly jester hat with your
Head
insignia on it?
cheerleader.
No. Have you seen her insignia? It is a jingly jester hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that thing?
So yeah, I am observing the gruel because I'm finding them fascinating in the moment.
Okay. And they sort of part, and a young boy comes out from amongst the gruel, and he's got a little mohawk, and he walks up
adorable.
to you guys, and he has his, it looks like little
Multipass?
flames on a little gruel insignia.
Yeah, be scared of the little ones that come out of the gruel. They're generally like,
They're real feisty.
yeah, they're very aware that they're small.
Oh, I see.
Napoleon.
So we do this. We go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going in.
When we go in, we just gotta kill that guy, right?
I think so.
I think that's the
Or
aim.
capture him.
Jace is in there. Jace must be in there.
Right.
Or stop whatever spell is happening. Even if we can't actually kill the guy doing it,
I'm still gonna
we
hit him
need
with
to
my
make
stick.
the spell stop.
That's definitely what I'm curious about.
Do we
Yeah.
know? And I turn to
Bonk, bonk, bonk with stick.
Inspector really quick.
Repeatedly.
Do we know what we're expecting on other
I
side
know it's there.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
as far as resistance?
From what I have been able to deduce, the guildless have been absorbed by the thing as it expands.
Oh.
Those of us who are aligned with a guild, who have attempted to cross through, if they're able to penetrate the barrier, something alters as they pass through. So there are individuals on the inside, but they may not be in full control of their senses.
Yeah, I was going to suggest a thing. I'm not going to suggest
We
that
need
again.
tinfoil.
Yeah, right. No.
Tinfoil hat.
I know what you mean.
Yep.
But isn't this ritual what's protecting us and allowing us to do this?
Possibly.
Yes, if we're able to breach the barrier, if we're able to complete this machine, we should be able to pass through the barrier and maintain ourselves.
Are the I have a question. Is that the little gruel guy and the homunculus, are they coming with us as friendly NPCs, or did they just do that?
I think they're helping to open door.
Okay.
Andy, do you have the Ravnica Guild Master's
Yeah.
Guide? Yes, yeah.
So we're putting guild symbols into the machine. And
Guess
Do you want to do
so.
yours, or do you want me to do mine?
No, yours is on your shield. It doesn't come off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, mine is my shield. Yeah, that can't go.
That doesn't go.
Never mind.
I have mine on a pendant. I give a
And-
kiss first.
How are we dealing with Tibble Flip?
Ask the inspector, is there someone more capable than myself that can heal him?
Or replicate it. Can we replicate him?
I don't have any spells that can really
that's
do
a-
anything with
The
it.
symbol off his skin.
Will that count? Could you just doodle the symbol and make that count?
Can he?
I think it has to be granted by
I
the
think so.
guilds.
Yeah.
Which means
Because it has to have that power of being part of the guild and viewed in it.
I just don't think I can actually help him.
So
You and I both
the
have-
angel sort of waves an arm and summons a surgeon and a field medic comes flying down out of the air, who would be able to excise a portion of flesh and heal the remainder.
Thank you.
Very well. With your consent, I turn to Flibble Flop.
Flip flop.
Tibble Flip.
You would probably call it flip flop to be fair.
Yeah, let's be honest here.
And okay, so
Because
he sort of closes his eyes and winces and turns away.
I sit there petting his
Okay,
head, arm.
eyes. He closes his eye
Yeah.
and winces and turns away.
Yeah, right.
And the surgeon casts a spell that will deaden pain, and with very precise movements, excises a small portion of flesh from his arm and heals it back up. And now you have an Orzhov signet.
That's
fleshy
grisly.
or
like
just
it.
Got it.
But is he free
That's
now?
real
what I-
grisly.
Is he? I mean, I think he already was,
Oh, good, good.
because he was
Put on, like,
hanging
a
out with a
piece of
Bode
fabric,
instead
like, tear
of.
part of a cloak and put it on.
Yeah,
a piece
but
of
had sort of
fabric.
freed him,
Just
but
bloody and
Yep.
gross.
that's pretty nasty.
And so now I believe all the symbols have been gathered together,
Put together.
inserted into the machine. It,
Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk squish.
you get them all back, so everybody gets your guild symbol back.
Don't need fleshy. But you can have it. But
And
Awkward.
there's
Wrap it up in a handkerchief.
a massive surge of energy,
save for later.
and first it's just like a white pinprick, and then with a loud bonging noise, like it expands slowly into an archway about 30 feet wide. It's sort of flickering, humming, and immediately the angel unsheaths her sword, raises it up. There's like a flash as it bursts into flame, and she amplifies her voice and says, "Our fair city of Ravnica lies under attack. We shall not allow the whims of a single madman to threaten us and the peace we all enjoy. To arms, Boros! Defend the guild pact!"
You're mad about it.
A phalanx of angels streak down from the perihelion. A squadron of arresters wave their arms. Azorius arresters wave their arms and create blue and white shields. A bunch of Gruul minotaurs and centaurs stamp their feet in anticipation. Some of the Rakdos performers pull out small drums and horns and play a tinny little tune.
It's stirring.
Yes.
It's very.
Something
yeah,
You need the
Very
minstrels.
emotional.
It gets
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets us pumped up.
Yeah.
Something
Definitely.
classical.
And the
Led Zeppelin?
barrier in front of you rings, wobbles, and then with a colossal, deafening tone, expands rapidly towards you.
Okay.
Whoops.
I'm excited.
The archway goes overhead,
And we're in it.
and then there's a snapping sound behind you, and suddenly it's very quiet.
We're
And
inside, aren't we?
We're inside and they didn't come with us.
Upside down.
so with you is the inspector, and with you is the pontiff. Everybody else is on the other side of the barriers.
We're all together.
Yes, you're all
Okay.
together. So there's the 7 of you inside,
Oh no! I left my other dagger.
and it's colder on this side of the barrier. It's quieter on this side of the barrier. And
Don't love it.
Might be
yeah,
better. Might
it's
be better.
just the 7 of you now.
Sneaking.
Great.
And I think we're going to take a short break now before we continue.
Should have made
sad.
giant me out of robots.
Okay, we're clear? If you want to. Hey chat, welcome back. While the rest of my compatriots get some snacks and eat a little bit, I thought I'd come in here and just quickly say hi and answer any questions that the chat has about the adventure so far, and just sort of talk in general about the construction of this campaign, because I have had a lot of fun building this adventure over the course of the past few months. I will say it has evolved quite a lot since the beginning. I've got several Google Docs full of notes that I made for myself about how this campaign was intended to go. And some of it has gone exactly as I had anticipated, and some of it has definitely been a lot more interesting, just in that the way that the players play their roles inspires me and helps to create the adventure as we go, which is definitely a lot of the fun of D&D. The initial adventure that I wrote several months ago was actually before I came up with the Eye of Azor. Originally, it was going to be the Seal of Azor, which was a magical artifact that could be used to brand an individual with a brand that would force them to tell the truth, which seemed somewhat overbearing, but was something that I could see the Azor using in their investigations. 10 Rabid Bears, which is Andrew talking in chat. How do they get the bad guy? Good question, 10 Rabid Bears. I think we'll have to wait to find that out.
I had the thought. It was so tempting. I knew it was not.
Where's the weak point?
But yeah, the initial campaign, when I started writing it, I wanted to do a mystery, do an adventure that was about solving a crime. So the initial thing that I wrote was just the first session, which was just exactly what you guys saw, which was the party being approached by somebody who asks them to discover what had happened to an artifact. At that time, obviously, it wasn't the Eye of Azor, so we didn't have the investiture ceremony, we didn't have Jace involved at all, I didn't really have an idea of how the artifact worked into the overall plot of the game. I just had the heist. And I was extremely pleased with how well my players, everybody, was able to figure out the actual what happened by investigating the evidence. That was such a fun session to start the entire campaign on, because I had written an adventure that was largely combat free, and I mentioned this to some friends. We went through the entire first session without ever having to roll initiative. It was just such a fun, interesting way to ease ourselves into the world. And eventually, some of the things that I had written in that initial brief did actually come to bear. Almunda, who was one of the characters that I had in the original adventure that I wrote, was in fact a Dimir spy. Many of the motives have changed since then, but way back then the Dimir wanted to get a hold of the Seal of Azor because they had agents and they didn't want the brand to be used to uncover their agents. I feel like the new direction that we've gone is a little bit more interesting. Yeah, the brand can be used to seal a being to truthfulness. There was actually a character in the original campaign that I wrote who had a massive disfiguring scar, which the party would later discover was where he had removed the brand. So that things like that disappeared, I don't mind that I lose some of those things, because it's just been so much fun to watch the adventure evolve with the characters as we moved forward. The heist was largely the same in my initial writing, although the Simic hybrid who performed the heist was actually more of a Rakdos follower and less of a mercenary. I think that came more out of just talking with the players as we went, that it was funnier and more interesting to have him be that way. So yeah, it's just been fascinating to me to see how the original adventure that I wrote has morphed as we played. And I'm really pleased with where we're ending up now. I feel like it's got a good arc to it. It has a resonance. It feels fun. And I can't wait to see what happens in the second half of today's adventure. I've laid some groundwork, but it's definitely going to be up to these 5 to figure out if they can actually save Ravnica. So we're going to go back to our break, and when everybody is done eating, we'll be right back to conclude our adventures in Ravnica Rising. Talk to you in a little bit, folks.
times.
And welcome back, everybody, to what hopefully is the rousing conclusion
Glad to be back.
of Ravnica Rising. Yes. So the dome has sealed behind you.
Yeah, that
You
was
are
great.
in a quiet courtyard with only two companions now. The vast army that had been about to sweep in with you. You can see them on the other side of the bubble.
Question.
Yes.
Do all the angels just sort of like bong
Pretty much.
against the front of it?
Yeah, there's probably like one sliding
So-
down slowly the outside.
know what, Harry Potter closes
Avonin
the door,
knows that
keys.
this is a very serious situation, but Avonin really doesn't like the Boros. So there is a part of her that's just like...
Just stifled giggle.
This is the point.
Shoot.
This is the point where Garda will look around and say what has to be said in any situation remotely close to this. I have a bad feeling about this.
Ah, yes.
On the other side of the
Thank you,
barrier,
Solo.
you can see that the cart with its contraption has been sort of pushed back against a wall, and things are bent all out of shape, and the lightning that had been holding the barrier in place has stopped.
It's all out of shape.
We
That's
can't
probably
hear
bad.
anything back on the
No,
outside
you
of it.
can't hear anything outside.
No bong?
From
So
outside the barrier.
I'm gonna like wave to people and be like, "We're good."
GK5427, why aren't you at your post?
Everything's good
41?
here.
Everything's good here. We're fine.
And
How are
everyone
you?
motivator.
Everything
Yeah.
normal.
Normal.
Situation normal.
So now we're going to.
D&D.
Oh yes.
It's funny.
Oh, good night, chat.
Just like the army we left behind. Chat vanishes.
No, not you too.
So Selleck sort of looks at the group of you.
Mr. Gardon, I don't feel well.
Too soon.
And
Not yet.
no spoilers.
I already know about
Yeah,
that.
okay.
It's too late.
Um,
I took too long. That's my
Stay
own
in there,
fault.
Avonin.
and he sort of steeples his fingers and looks at the dome and looks at you. He's like, what is the common factor that allowed us through?
We all held the thingy.
We were in the way of the door when it opened.
No.
No, we had the thing.
Eye. We all have the eye, the fake eye.
We all
We
touched
all,
it.
we all touched it. I'm guessing.
And Orov sort of nods and thinks,
Do we
Doesn't
like
make sense.
feel any different?
like I said, it's colder, it's quieter.
But like our magic is all here,
That's
right?
actually what I was about to check. I want to cast a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
cast I'm gonna cast minor illusion.
Okay.
So I need to find out what the specifics of that.
I'm gonna cast light.
I may.
Mending on my cloak that I ripped to put the
Oh, that's why I had this out.
sleeve of skin from the homunculus in.
Okay. So the light is dimmer, but it's still a light.
Okay.
The cloak is repaired, but it looks darker where you repaired it.
I cast just an illusion of like a cat. I just want to see if it works.
A pitch black cat appears with maybe a white, highlight to it.
So
Orzhov colors.
They're subtle, aren't they?
They've never been a very subtle guild.
I like more colors than just black and white.
I mean, me too. I dismiss the illusion.
Okay.
Do that.
No, now the cat's gone too.
I made it go. It was just an illusion, Gardon.
it's
It
not a
wasn't
real cat.
real.
Pretend
Yeah,
cat.
it's okay. No cats were harmed in the casting of this illusion.
Okay.
Now, what is the way forward? Is
Citadel.
Yeah, I say we need to go check that cathedral out.
yeah.
That one. It's cathedral.
let's go.
Go check out that horse giblets, whatever that is.
Those don't look.
Don't worry about it, Gordon. Gordon, don't worry about it. Gordon. Jiminy Christmas.
I dismissed my light, by the way.
I'm just gonna call him Gordon from now on.
That was the joke
Yeah.
when I first was
Just in
designing
case
it.
Gordon
it's a
Gecko.
beacon of any sort.
So yes, the cathedral looms ahead of you, no longer obscured by the dome. It has a massive central spire, two smaller spires to either side of it. It's got large buttresses down the sides.
I wasn't going to laugh, but I saw you laugh.
I'm sorry, I'm 5.
It's a D&D campaign.
You said butts.
But they're not flying buttresses, are they? Because they could also be flying buttresses.
The entrance is obscured by the ruins that surround you in this particular area where you're at.
The entrance is this way. He picks a random direction towards it and like kind of slowly starts walking.
Okay?
Acting,
All right.
act the part. This is his theory here.
Let's go.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Let's.
And he's just gonna hope he's right.
So Abode and Orov sort of fall in with you guys as you head in the general direction of the cathedral, following the walls, the crumbled walls of the ruins around you. I guess give me a marching order.
I'll lead unless somebody else wants to.
I'd like to go in the shadow of the big guy. That's
I'd like to be in the middle, please.
Yeah, I think I have enough horse butt to be on the end of this. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll go.
Slap
in the
those flies away as we go.
Yeah. And sandwich the smaller ones.
Yep. It's a
Very
Selesnya
squishy.
sandwich.
Well, it's
Protecting
an other
quality.
guild sandwich on Selesnya bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Probably delicious.
As
I mean,
you're-
we are.
It has
we are
mushrooms on it,
charming,
I'll tell you that.
so-
That is true.
as you're marching.
Slightly fishy.
Yeah.
And I'm
Little
trying
bit
to
of
stay
mold.
alert while we're marching. I'm
You know
looking for
the
signs
Lunch
of
Club
life
episode of Loading
and
Ready
or
Live where they made that horrendous sandwich?
hostility.
Yeah.
We're that horrendous sandwich.
We are that horrendous sandwich.
Sorry, that's completely unrelated.
I'm going to say that the Pontiff Orov is sort of in the center of the party.
He's a bureau. He's a paper pusher.
He's
Yeah.
a bureaucrat, but he's a big bureaucrat.
Yeah, but like
But he's not frontline or even
That's true.
bringing up the rear. He's
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
not-
paper pusher.
And
trained for this.
Selok is sort of
It might be.
off to one side.
Practice.
He reaches down and grabs some mud and is starting to apply it to his features.
Disguise himself.
Going to be master of disguise.
Going to be Mr.
Back.
I love that movie.
Gardon, give me a perception check
You get it.
since you're in the front.
Oh, hey, it's darker in here, right?
Yes.
Cool.
You're good.
I have sunlight sensitivity,
That's a
so I'm actually
very good
worse
point.
in bright sunlight than
Light.
I am in dim light.
I have
so.
dark vision, so I'm not really worried about
Yeah,
it.
you have a light on your shield.
Light on shield.
Okay.
6, by the way, was the.
Oopsie.
Okay.
That was before I said light. That's why. That's why.
There's
Time out.
the sort of constant, never-ending chime of the barrier, but it's getting fainter. The barrier is definitely moving faster now behind you, and like the area that is encompassed by it is growing.
We got to deal with this and probably deal with it relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Double speed.
Hop to it. All aboard the casket. Choo choo.
Vonin, you're second in line.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, we'll try this one.
Angry face.
Got a box?
Oh.
It's a 23.
That's a good perception check. Okay.
Good little glow in the dark dice.
So
Because it's dark.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
my dice,
no,
yeah.
realize that your dice now.
as you turn a corner
Yeah.
and you see Gardon marching with his brightly lit shield, beyond the shield you see several figures lurking in the masonry on either side of him.
Chill. I'm gonna alert my buddies. Guys, where to be in? there are like folks around.
Heads up.
Yo, garden, hi. Tap, tap. Just be on the lookout. There are folks.
Periphery.
I didn't see anyone.
Yeah,
I
they
know, but
are
they're
in the shadows.
And roll initiative.
Well,
which
there
is
it
not a
is.
surprise round
Yeah.
because she spotted them.
Ooh.
This die is not rolling well today.
Well, put it in timeout. Get a new
No,
one.
this die always
I
rolls
have,
well. This is my
7.
oldest running D20.
Okay, so
What am I doing here?
Initiative 12.
I know, but I don't add things to that, do I?
Yeah, it would be
Add your
Dex
Dex.
modifier,
Oh, yeah.
unless you have something else as well. But
Yeah.
you shouldn't unless you take a feat. Which
No,
you-
so 17.
okay.
10.
Jiminy Christmas.
7.
Throwing things. Oh, right. Battle lights. I'm like, why do you look so red?
Yeah. But it's only a bit,
Lightning.
so
Battle lights.
it's okay.
It's gonna be fine.
I instantly get sunburn when I go into combat.
Oh, I thought just combat embarrassed you.
Sometimes.
I mean, or combat's just exciting, and then you get the anime nosebleed.
Yeah.
Morgana, what did you have?
A 3. I rolled very well.
There is nothing wrong, especially as a spellcaster. Bat and cleanup.
Yeah, no, that's
true.
Nothing
That's
wrong.
actually not a bad
I
idea.
like to go towards the end.
I have
Yeah.
10 as well.
Sometimes you need to be on the back end.
And I will, if it's an option, I will let her go first.
Cassia, what did you end up with?
17.
17. So Cassia,
Bisexual sparkles are behaving today.
you are first up on the turn order
Oh, snap. All right, what am I even aiming at? Jiminy crickets.
because
People in
Abington
shadows.
gave you a heads up. You
Yeah.
can see that there are folks. There's okay, so Gardon has just turned a corner, and you guys are coming around the corner behind him, and you're walking down sort of what would have been a pleasant wooded walkway with trees on either side and buildings. It's about 20 feet wide, and in front of you, hiding in amongst the trees and masonry of the ruined walls to either side, you see 4 figures, 2 on the left-hand side and 2 on the right-hand side, spaced out down the way.
Okay. There it is. Are any of them like? Oh no, they're spaced out. You said. How much space do I get with this? Are any number of them within 20 feet of each other?
No, I'm going to say that they're further apart from each other than that. You can see 2 are almost abreast of Gardon, and 2 are like 25 feet further down.
The 2 that are almost abreast of Gardon, are they within 20 feet of each other?
They're on opposite sides.
Crap. All right, that would nail you too. That's no good.
No bueno.
No.
I don't know how Garda learned Spanish.
Probably by accident in an attempt to learn Italian.
Sounds about right. I learned Italian. No bueno.
Dang it, Gardon. All right. I don't know. Whichever side has more of them on it, to that side and slightly in front of Gardon, I cast Entangle,
Okay.
which makes a whole bunch of vines and weeds and so forth that will.
Restrict their movement.
Yeah, and I'm going to attempt to cast it in such a way that the back corner of it catches the one that's closest to him on that side.
Okay. But it doesn't actually do any damage, right? It's just
No, but they
like
must
a-
make a strength check against my spell save DC.
okay.
Or no, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants, and then once restrained, it has to make a strength check against my spell save in order to free itself.
Okay.
And restrained is the good one. That's good.
I think an 8 is not going to succeed on its strength check, so it's restrained.
What's your spell DC?
15.
Yeah.
So nope.
Okay.
Lol, nope.
close to your mic.
That's why I don't have those kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
There you go.
got a lot of hair.
So that is the person who is attempting to move next. Finds themselves bound up in this massive vegetation that just sprang up out of the ground. Normally, your spell rises up as like a big leafy, beautiful vine, but now it's got thorns and it's blackened and twisted, and it's wrapped around this guy, who lets out a inarticulate groan and tries to break free, which I think is a strength check again. Oh, with a nat 1.
Yeah, no. I assume that further
Very
entangles
badly,
him.
yeah. He tries to wrench himself free and gets further bound up into the thing. You can see now, although it's still dim, that is definitely a humanoid figure. A person of some form in the bracken now, off to your left-hand side. That was his action, and Avenue, you are up.
Oh. Wow. Okay. We all rolled poorly, I guess.
Yeah, they had low in it.
I'm going to try to hit one of them. What's the closest one to me?
They're about equidistant since you guys were coming down the middle of the road. There's the one that's restrained on your left,
Okay.
and there's one on the right.
Okay. Can I discern any details because I have superior dark vision?
Okay. Yes, they are human in nature. Their clothes somewhat the worst for wear, although they appear to be very elegant clothes.
Interesting. Okay.
And their eyes somewhat mindless.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna attack one with my short sword.
The restrained one or the one on the right?
The one on the right.
Okay.
The restrained one, I feel like.
It's about 10 feet away from you, so you can easily get up to it.
Yep, I definitely can.
Roll an attack.
15.
That's a hit.
Excellent. Okay, that was my short sword, so that's 2d6 plus 3. 9.
9. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So your sword pierces into the side of this individual.
Yeah.
And it is very grievously wounded, but you notice that the wound does not bleed. And it sort of groans.
Y'all, I think, can I tell anything from this, or is that an action from this?
I mean, it's a bonus action to scream out something to
Yeah,
the
I'll
party.
try. Guys, I don't know if these guys are strictly alive.
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Hey,
There's no blood here.
That seems
This
bad.
might be what they were buried in.
No.
I don't know if y'all can see what they're wearing, but
there's a thing I can maybe do, actually.
fancy?
Oh. Like a death shroud?
Yeah, yeah, or like your Sunday best that you were dressed in.
For the
They
week.
have Sunday in like Ravnica.
No.
Would it be like?
They have a
Like-
day of rest. And
Well, no, I'm
like
thinking
a
like
day
what the
where
names
you
of
go
the
to
days would
church and
be.
do tithing and
What would the
stuff.
names of the days be? Would it be like Ob's Day because of Obsdat?
I'm
Would be
almost
like
positive
the day
that
you
it's
go
in the
and-
guide, but I'm
and-
not going to search
and,
for it.
Like give alms to the Orzhov, and
Yeah.
there were only like 7 days in the week. Maybe there were 10 days in a Ravnican week, and they're each named after one of the guild leaders.
getting real deep in here.
Man, now I want to look. I know that there's months that roughly correspond to our months.
I mean, if you pass me the guide, I'll look it up while you're doing whatever you're doing, because it's not my turn for a bit.
You ever just want to put a
you.
die in your mouth?
All the time.
Yeah, I have genuinely, because I had snacks, I genuinely reached in here and
I'm
almost
trying
did
to kill
that.
time because it's actually Gardon's
Oh, it's
turn.
my. That's right. I'm sorry. I swear there was an ability that I can't find. That's fine.
What are these?
These are chocolate mints.
So the
There's a restrained
you put them
individual.
Straight one to my right.
No,
I
on
take
your
them
left.
from
on my
the
left.
sushi restaurant.
And on your
That's the one
right
I go to.
Is the one that
Abington has just
Abington.
stabbed a guy.
And
Just
how
stab the
far
guy.
away is that one?
He's not actually.
About 10
Because I
feet away.
associate this brand with
I'm gonna charge it.
Edmonds.
Ooh, Minotaur charge.
Starlight Mint.
Horns
yeah,
first.
But,
Yeah.
like my
All right,
I'm happy about
grandmother
this.
always had, but Rock's
So yeah, we're gonna. So I draw out the spear
Yep.
and then charge with horns.
Yep.
So move it 20 foot, that should make a horn attack. Yep, cool. And
I have an action
I'm not doing
I
it
can
as the
do.
goring rush. I'm
Okay.
literally just running
I
up
want
and hitting him
someone to
with the
shoot
spear.
something at
because
me.
I want to make use of
Right.
hammering horns, actually.
Okay.
I could use
So-
that. Yeah. It's probably not what you want.
I will, just not the same way that it sounded.
Ooh.
So
That
you dash up to him.
is a... Sorry, math. 13? Yeah, 13.
13 will hit.
I love it.
Okay. So, use this die. Let's see if this one's any good.
Microphone.
Yeah. It's going to be 8 points of damage from the spear.
Youch. Okay.
And then bonus action, I'm going to attempt to shove the creature.
Okay.
It must, so bonus action to size scooter. So it needs to make a DC 13 strength check or be pushed 10 feet with my horns.
Nice.
It rolls a 3. This die is not doing
It
well
is
for
push
me.
back 10 feet.
Time out.
Okay. So
No.
He keeps those die.
it,
Down.
It
He has
just
to
moved
be
further down the wall because it can't go into the wall.
Just pass him on
And
back.
it's
One
up
time we took
next. Yeah.
Really
And it's going to like shamble towards you, and it's going to attack Gardon.
Doing that.
Wow,
There's another 3.
it was a 1.
Man.
So
Yeah, keep using that.
that's a thing that happened.
Did it fall on its face when it moved
hope
up?
so.
I mean, that's fun for me.
Donk.
I won't complain about this. Cardon's just really good at killing things that shamble, such as
Okay.
undead may or may not do, because he has not yet determined if they are not that.
One of the ones that's further down, the one that's off to the left, but not entangled, comes towards the center of the line. It's going to, it's going to attempt to attack Harmatu.
I looked at the lights.
Don't do that. I've done that a couple times.
So I'm normally sitting around where you are,
Amy
and
will
Andy
an
has to
11
cycle
hit
the
you.
lights every once in a while.
I
Those
have
ones just
my armor
right
class
in
is
the eye.
11. Is that
Okay, so that is a hit.
okay?
You have? No, you don't. Okay.
Doing 7 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh my
We
god.
rested, so we
Okay.
were at full, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we
but
did-
that
we did a long
still
rest.
leaves me at 7. That's half my hit points right there.
Oh,
You have 14 hit points at
Okay.
3rd level?
Yep. That's what
How
I.
many?
That's what
No,
I
you
got.
should have
You
more.
should have more than that.
Did you
You
roll?
should definitely have more. You should have more hit
Did you
points
roll
because of.
dice to level up?
When you leveled up, did you roll another hit die?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
That's
Well, there it is.
Done up
you
2
want
levels,
to add
so
your con mod
Okay.
to your max, plus
So
what's your hit dice?
I think she's a
I cannot find this in here.
She's D6. That's what I...
So plus another 3.
yeah.
Okay.
So
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 add
you add 5.
add 5. Thank you. I appreciate that. So my maximum would be 19.
14 was her base, and we're at.
No, I was 13 last level.
Yeah. No, it looks like she's
Pretty
short
normal
1.
for a
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like
Yeah.
she's short 1.
for a magic
Okay.
user. That's
Okay.
pretty average.
So after some quick mathing,
Yep. And now you take 7. which
Okay.
puts you
I'm
at
at
12.
21.
I appreciate that
Yeah.
so much.
No worries.
Okay.
That seems kind of low for you.
That being
and Harmatu, you are up next.
okay. So this guy's attacking me.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I give him?
Dex characters.
I want to grab his face and do produce flame because I think if he's undead, his hair should catch on fire. He might be kind of tender.
Okay.
With an eye.
I think
So you produce
That'd be a little
fire on his
tender.
face.
Yeah. And let's see, what do I roll for that?
Light it on fire.
Roll it as just an attack roll, I think.
It's okay.
So she's using a cantrip called
Yes.
Produce Flame, which I don't use very often.
Yeah, which I don't think is actually an attack spell.
It can be. It says it can be.
Yeah, you can use it as one. I know
You
that.
can also
I
attack
don't
with the
use
flame,
it.
although doing so ends the
Produce
spell.
Flame, here we are.
A flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms
Okay.
neither you nor your equipment.
1d fire damage, 1d8 fire damage.
So the question
But you have to
is,
hit it first.
Yeah, you have to hit it. It's probably a
if I just grab
a
it,
range spell attack.
as an action. So you can cast
you
it as an
grabbing
action. So it's a ranged attack. So the downside of doing it the way you're describing is
Okay.
it's technically disadvantaged because it's a ranged attack. You're doing in melee. If you wanted to do that, you would want to use shock and grasp. That's a grab him and shock him in the face. Same
Okay.
kind of general thing. Or you just back away and then do it.
can I take his advice and use shocking grasp?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. For that, I will roll.
See about +5. It looks like
Okay. And I would roll.
a D20 to hit,
Yeah,
and then it's
D20
going to
to
be a D8 damage if you hit, and he loses reactions.
Jesus, that's 2. And a spell attack bonus of 5, so I guess that's 7.
You were close. Monday is Ob's day.
There is Ob's Day,
It's just Monday.
and there's Niv's Day,
So 7 was
Svog's
Yeah.
Day,
So
7 was the
7 to
total.
attack.
7 was the okay.
Azor's Day, Rat's
just misses.
Day,
So
Raz's Day, and
It-
Matt's Day.
you
Oh, I
hit it
feel
with the
so proud of
shocking
myself.
shock,
Thank
and it
So in there, Matt's day best.
runs through like it more emaciated than you thought it was, and the shock goes through some like parts of the clothing that don't actually contain any
Okay.
individual.
Okay.
Oh,
And
They're a bit
one of
menacing.
the ones the other one that's on the right hand side comes running forward and is going to engage with Avanin and Harmatu, so it's going to attack Harmatu. Or I'm sorry, not Harmatu.
gonna say,
It's going towards it's going for Gardon. And does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, fine.
How dare you be a life
Morgana.
Yes. I'm gonna light something on fire.
That seems to be the sort of
that's a
thing that
thing you
Morgana
do.
does.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast
Pick a
Fireball.
target.
Whatever the one that attacked Harmatu last.
Okay.
Not touching my friends.
Yeah.
It's the one that's right in the heart of the lineup.
Does a 14 hit?
Definitely, yeah. 14
Wonderful.
hits.
And I think it's a 1d8.
Firebolt
10.
is a D10, yeah.
And this is a d10. 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. That guy is a flame. And that definitely did some damage. The inspector, Abode, uses a bonus action to duck behind a tree, and he is attempting to hide.
That's fine.
Yep,
He's
that
an
tracks.
investigator, not a fighter.
Yeah, he's pretty squishy too.
That's cool.
Oh, soft spots.
From behind you, you hear plodding footsteps,
This is why I stand in
and
the middle, guys.
No, that's
gonna be Elephant Man.
gonna be Orov.
a 15 to hit Cassia on the rump.
Or not. You touched my butt. Who touched my butt?
Now, don't ever touch a horse's butt.
They get
Touch the butt.
kicked.
Does 5 bludgeoning damage to you.
Rude. Someone's getting kicked in the teeth.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that for a brief moment, and I was like,
And we're back
In the
to
teeth.
the top of the turn order
Donk.
with Cassia, who just got hit.
Gonna kick them.
Okay?
Yeah, it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get kicked, and
I guess they may not have
you need to
brains
make
anymore, so-
a strength saving throw or be pushed back 5 feet.
Placenta, kick your face.
What do I add to this? Where
You're
am
kicking, it would be a melee attack essentially, so strength.
Strength 8.
An 8 will hit.
Cool. Wow.
Okay.
Doing how much damage?
Hold on. 2d6. Eat dirt. All right, fine. Don't be in the box then. 8.
8 damage. Okay.
And you need to make a DC 10 strength saving throw or be pushed back 5 feet.
Yesterday, Alexa rolled
13.
10 and she got a
I
0.
like that.
So it's not pushed back.
Slows many people in the party. Push people a lot.
Yeah, we're a little pushy.
Yeah.
This is your lesson, children. Don't
the-
touch horse butts.
The one that
don't
is
do that.
restrained is going to do a strength check again to try and break out.
Good try.
17. That's going to break free, and it's going to run towards, I guess, the main melee over here.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But it used its action to free itself so it doesn't get to attack Avanen.
Hi.
That's what I love about that spell right there.
Smack him.
But good news, now you don't need that.
I'm gonna keep. Is the one that I attacked still up?
Yes.
I'm
it
gonna
is.
attack it more.
Okay.
I want it to be more dead.
Swing your sword.
Swinging that short sword. 12.
Hits.
Cool. Five.
Me as a person, I know something.
So
He does not.
it collapses
Oh,
momentarily to the ground,
momentarily. That's a great
and
word.
climbs back up to its feet.
That's what I was afraid of.
Hey, everybody, check this out. Look who's
And it
back
says-
up and standing.
Just like a whisper. My dad. And Andrew,
Uh-huh.
Gardon is up.
I
This is why I hate
kinda would know
origin.
this I feel like he would kind of have a feeling about that one, now that he's seen that. Yeah, these guys are undead, totally, with that. That's what I
Because
was
they
thinking.
owe money to the church.
Can you make a knowledge thing? To
Sure.
know? Well, because there are certain things that could help with. What do you want, religion? Or do you...
Sure, religion.
Sure. It's actually, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. It's a 9,
I mean,
but
you're a life cleric.
yeah.
There is much that is not alive about these things.
Cool. You need to kill them harder.
Yeah, you know, I don't think swords are really the right way to go because, yeah, I think
Morgana.
Not a terrible plan.
But that's what you say about everything.
Has it failed us
Heal
yet?
magic, yeah?
I heal, but that's not how it works.
Okay, no, it's not. This is not that universe where that
Yeah.
happens. Okay.
Okay, spear.
At whom?
Same one that just got back
Okay.
up. It needs to stay down.
Okay.
That's going to be math 12.
That hits.
Out of character question, because I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
What kills undead?
We don't.
That is something that
That's something we would have to discover
you would have to
in battle.
figure out.
Okay.
Gardon probably knows more. I don't know how. I know a lot more, but I doesn't necessarily.
Yeah,
he
like we
does.
could metagame it and
And I try not to do that very much.
but we as characters don't necessarily know.
Okay.
That's going to be
So-
6
but
points.
there is a method.
6.
It exists.
Yes.
We just have to know what it is.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. Got it.
All right. So you lop off most of an arm, and it sort of looks at its arm lying on the ground.
Tis but a
And-
flesh wound.
Then it swipes at you.
With its other arm?
Yes, with its
Doesn't
remaining
pick
arm.
up the other arm and start hitting you with it.
the other
yeah.
arm.
What are we in a Zelda game?
That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Sadly, that will hit.
And a whopping 4 damage.
Gardon is pissed about this.
The one that attacked
Is
Harmatu
it still on fire?
is still on fire.
How much fire?
I
Not
mean,
enough.
It's not actively taking fire damage, but
That's unfortunate.
it's smoldering.
Loose clothing has some singe.
So I guess it's going to swing at Harmatu again.
I know
That is a 13,
Okay.
which I think we said was a hit last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yep.
We have no armor.
Wizard.
Yeah.
I don't wear armor.
Such is the downside.
You
are armored.
You want to
He's
try that same
stronger.
move again.
None of us wear
Yeah.
armor
You can
except
walk
this
away.
one.
Doing 6 more damage to you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I
so,
can't.
Wow. So I have 6
And you are up now.
Okay. I do want to know is
I did take mage armor. This
are these
You want to cast
Yeah.
at the beginning.
And,
It's fire and forget.
I know.
are these guys ranged in such a way that if I were to use flaming spear using a bonus action to roll
That's
it
one of my
across
favorite
2,
spells.
it's great, but it could hurt you other guys. I
Well,
don't know.
you have the ability to sculpt up to 2 people out of a
Okay.
spell.
Okay.
So if you aimed over to your right where Gardon and Avanin are, you could sculpt them out and hit the one that's right in front of you and the 2 that are in front of them.
Right.
That's actually a very good use of that.
That's-
Okay, you can do that.
Oh yeah, that's well. This because it's new. I just got it. It's a 2nd level spell. I've got so I'll do that. Do I need to roll d20 to?
Read the spell to me. Tell
Okay.
me what it does. Flaming spear.
A 5-foot diameter spear of fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration.
Okay, so you could only hit 2 of them with that because
Okay.
they're 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
But there are two of them right on.
Yeah, they are within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Right. It says as a bonus action you can move the spear up to 30 feet. So I was
Oh,
thinking
okay.
of rolling it through them.
Sure.
Problem is, I think it stops when it hits one. I don't remember.
If you ran the spear, okay, yes, okay, you're correct. I'm sorry. It is true. It does stop that. But if I use the flaming spear, I can still get that away from them.
Yeah.
And that will be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have the ability to sculpture spells. That's one of the things
Yeah.
you did at 2nd level.
Yeah, your
Right.
first means the plan of putting it in between is
nice.
a good,
Yeah.
Okay.
good idea.
It's very cool. Because so frequently in fights, you're like, I can't do that.
Okay.
It's my favorite part about
Hurt a whole bunch
evokers.
of people, and then no.
But as
You're good.
but as it says, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the spear must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you're rolling the sphere
Okay.
right around
Right.
Gardon and Avanin.
Yes.
Okay.
To get this guy off.
Okay. So they both have to
there's
make
like
dex
fire.
saving throws. We know how incredibly dexterous these guys
Oh,
are.
incredibly.
One of them nat 20'd.
Oh.
Oh,
Not
good.
Incredibly.
It like fell and rolled away
one of them got an
and
8.
happened
Okay.
to be perfect.
So I
So-
get to do 2d6 fire damage. Oh, that's not a 6.
That's a D4.
Here you go.
Yeah, that was a d6.
I'm sorry.
No,
No worries.
You
Yep.
roll them both.
Roll them both together.
There you go.
Okay, that's 6.
Hey,
This is
all
not great.
damage is
Wait,
good damage.
but I do have spell attack bonus, so
So
I
that would
guess
be
that's
if it was an attack spell. They make
Okay.
a save, so you don't
Okay.
actually have to apply that.
okay.
Okay. So that was 6 damage.
Yes.
And then are they within 5 feet of the thing?
So this guy.
Yeah, they're
Well, that's
Yeah.
why they had to take the
Yeah.
saving throw, and it's a concentration spell, right? So it stays there.
yeah.
Just hovers
Concentration
over
up to
them
Yes.
as long as you don't
Yes.
break your concentration.
So you want to keep track of how many you get 10 rounds of that basically,
Yeah.
or until
Okay.
you take enough damage you can't make the concentration check.
Okay.
There's one more. Oh no, actually, sorry. From the shadows. Ooh.
Oh no. That's not a good noise.
Well, no, the inspector suddenly pops up out of the shadows, and
And makes Michael Jackson noises?
I was thinking more like Mortal Kombat when every now and then, oh my god, what's his name?
stabs
Thank you.
stabs one of them for 9 points.
Oof.
Because it's right near Morgana.
Get stabby.
Then
Is our Loxodon friend?
he's like huddling. He's
Dude,
Yeah.
come on.
He's
man.
a bureaucrat.
Hurtling. It's fine.
he's got like his trunk up across his eyes. He's like, oh
I'm like so disgusted with that, by the way.
no! Morgana,
One of
one
my,
is
it's one of my
attacking
features.
you,
It's one
and
of
it
my
got
personality
an 18.
traits.
Is that a hit?
Of course that's a hit.
Yeah. Well, okay. Doing 5 damage.
That's fine.
But now it's your turn.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
my turn?
So there's 2 of them inside a ball of flame. Actually, I think there's 3 of them inside that ball of
they
flame.
on
It
fire?
lasts up to 1 minute. So
Yes.
yeah.
Are they actively on fire?
One of them is. Well, one of them just took flame damage because it's like trying to dodge slowly.
It's like a little sun just like floating there, warping around.
There's one that just got kicked by her, and there's
In the
one
teeth, specifically.
that got pushed further down the
Yeah,
wall
it's the
by
one
him.
we've been beating on.
Killed and then it got up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got up twice now.
It's the one we've been beating on. So I've been trying to stack on your damage.
And
Which
there's
I
one that
appreciate.
just
Yeah.
disengaged
Good tag
from
team.
From the vines.
And actually, that one needs to make a saving throw as
Are
well.
they in the vines?
No, he walked away from it, right?
No, he
Yeah,
just
but
got
he-
unentangled.
Yeah, he got unentangled. How much damage does he take, Amy? Because I didn't realize he was in the melee as well. From the
It was
flames.
6.
There's
Six.
3 of them
It was
in
6.
flames.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
It was the previous damage.
Okay.
Okay, good.
There was just another one in there.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Does anyone seem to be in charge?
No, they're just...
All right,
No,
so I'm just gonna throw a
There's
fire.
3 of them in this melee over here. There's one attacking you, and there's one attacking...
Still? Got kicked in the teeth and he's still after the horse?
They're not super smart.
They
Clearly.
may not have brains.
They clearly they
probably
attacked a
don't.
horse butt.
It's true.
Can I just throw a
Don't
firebolt
touch
at
horse
the one that
butts,
attacked
especially
me?
without
Yes.
consent. Don't do that.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
8.
Okay. So it's not doing well.
Is it on fire?
I mean, it's not taking fire damage.
You know I'm gonna ask that every single time, right?
Sure.
Just
So
want
I
things
think-
to be on fire.
I don't blame you.
These are all...
I'm gonna do you solid
all
moment.
of
Hold
them
on.
have a...
Don't break things.
Everything's fine here.
They all seem very damp. So although they're getting hit with fire, they're just sort of smoldering. And it's like
Don't
big
they know I
black
have an
clouds
agenda?
of
It smells
smoke.
like
it
home.
fair to
Damp,
say
dead things
that-
on fire.
Is it fair to say that, of course, on Gardon's turn,
Yeah.
he could shout out something that would be helpful to the party, such as what kind of damage would be useful against them?
Sure.
Would he know that?
I think
know.
you probably would. Yes. The one that
I know.
you just kicked is punching back at you with a 10.
And I am turning to look at him going, seriously? Seriously?
I suspect a 10 misses.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Only just,
And
but
we're
it does.
back at the top of the turn order, which is Cassia, so you're back.
And we're back.
Sit like, over my shoulder. Just listen, you. All right. Where do I put the moonbeam? Is the new question.
So if you're looking for clusters, there's one on you, there's one on her,
Yes.
there's 3 on them.
Yeah, between me and
So that crew is where I
Yeah.
go for it. All right. Oops. I need to have the right app open. That would help if I could read what I'm doing. Oh, internet, help me. Come on, internet. Oh, 120 feet. Oh no, that's my range.
Moonbeam is,
40 foot
amazing.
high, 5 foot radius. Okay. So I cast Moonbeam on top of the cluster of 3 of them. Because they're all.
You're going to get one at a time with
Oh.
Moonbeam. Because it has to be in the beam, not adjacent to, unlike Flaming Sphere.
Got you.
Just so you know.
Are 2 of them in that cluster within 5 feet of each other?
They're within 5 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so put it in a range that gets more than 1. Because it's a 5 foot radius.
So essentially, it's 1 square,
Right.
and they're adjacent squares to that square.
Oh, do they have to? It's
Essentially, each one's a 5 foot square. Each
they
person.
can't. They can't overlap in corners.
Yeah.
No.
Wizards, I'm upset with you for doing this way, but okay. Then because it's if they start their turn or enter into it
But
for the first time.
dropping it right on one of them means that as soon as
Right.
the
No,
turn
but I'm
goes
trying
out-
to apply it so that one of them will walk into it.
Oh, well, you can just move it on your next turn.
All right. Then
If
cool.
it-
If it lets me move it, I don't know that it does.
It should, I believe.
Then I put it on the center one because why
Yeah.
not?
Okay.
You can use an action to move it 60 feet.
Oh, good.
So what
It's your action to move it. That's
That's
the.
fine.
does it do radiant damage?
Yeah, 2d10
does.
radiant damage on a failed save,
So they're
and half
doing
as much on a successful one.
So
Dex
when it
save?
starts
Yep.
its turn.
No, Constitution.
con save on its turn.
On its turn. When it starts
And this
its
is the
turn.
middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Okay.
So
Yep. So it's trying to con save. It's got a 6. So I think that failed. So it's taken a crap ton of damage.
2d10, yeah. Enjoy 12.
12 radiant.
Radiant.
You know, just in case this is important too, shape changers have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shape changers have to shift back.
I don't believe that applies in this situation, but just in case.
If a shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage, it fails. It also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
The being that had been killed twice gets hit by this beam of brilliant light that comes piercing down out of the sky and turns to dust.
Oh,
And just
cool.
the clothes sort of collapse where there used to be a thing.
Well, there it is.
So that's
Or
that
there
one.
it isn't now.
Yeah.
there
And
was.
the one that had been restrained is going to swipe at Avinin.
Oh.
No, not touchy.
With a
Not touching my elf
20.
friend. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that hits.
6 points of damage.
Fine. I had temporary hit points at one point. I assume those are gone.
Oh, yeah.
After a
Yeah.
long rest,
That
generally.
was a while back. So 6.
Avinin is up.
Yeah, cool. No, that's wrong. I'm gonna hit it, the one that just hit me.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't have any magic I can do to, like, the spells that I have are not useful. They're not, like, attack spells.
Yeah.
I have, like, darkness. Yeah, that's gonna... Actually, that's exactly what I had last time.
What is it?
12.
Hits.
Cool. Four.
Okay.
Okay.
So it looks like it's going to die, but then doesn't.
Yeah. I'm just sort of fending it off.
Guard on.
If it helps, what she did is best.
Yeah, I can't do that, but thanks.
Radiant damage is very effective.
Yeah, like I said, can't really do that, but thank you.
I have fire.
I guess fire is damage.
So cool. I'm just swinging this moonbeam all over the place.
Yes. It's Moonbeam is amazing. I love Moonbeam.
I'm really glad I did that. Told you it was going to be hilarious. I just didn't know how hilarious.
So, nope, I don't want to do that yet. Nope.
Nope.
I just hit my mic. Sorry. I'm going to.
Headphone users.
So I've got the one that was restrained before. Now you were swinging at.
Yep.
So I'm going to swing on the same one.
Okay.
Spear. That's a much better roll. That's a 22 to hit.
It definitely hits. Not a crit though.
Not a crit. It's going to be 8 points of damage.
8. It remains standing.
And then I'm going to bonus action push it back 10 feet.
Okay.
So DC.
Did you push it in the direction of the moonbeam?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm finagle my way. I was just trying to
Okay.
think. I was like, wait, how far away is that? Yes. So I'm going to move around him, and then shove him
Into the moonbeam.
into the
Yeah.
moonbeam.
What was the DC?
That sounds
13.
great.
Yeah, he rolled a 9, so he's pushed into the moonbeam, taking.
And now he needs to make a con save or take moonbeam damage.
Well, he takes moonbeam damage either way. He rolled a 5
right.
on his
He
con save,
fails.
so he gets
Yeah, that's a failure.
And he takes 12 again.
dead.
Nice.
Okay.
Teamwork.
For a
Hey.
ducat.
Yeah, we got it.
There's one that just attacked. Oh no, this is the one remaining that was in the grand melee.
Shove them into the light beam.
Go
Go toward the light!
Going to try and attack Gardon, I guess. Yeah, 9. No.
Nope.
Thought
better of it.
Matu is up next.
Okay, am I in such a place that I see this creature that just unsuccessfully tried to attack Gardon, and like physically throw my whole being towards pushing him into the moonbeam, assuming that it wouldn't hurt me.
It would be a strength contest. But yes, you could absolutely try and do that.
And I don't.
It's
Will the
not-
moonbeam hurt them?
If she enters it, yes, but she could shove. So shoving is an action.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
instead of attacking.
Have you got the strength to shove this thing?
Actually, you know what? I'm weak, and I haven't. I have a -1 to strength anyway. So
That's
what
me.
I'm going to do,
Hit me right there.
and instead of doing that, is try to do shocking grasp on him.
Okay. There's 3 of them left. There's
not a
one
perfectly
between these
well-balanced
two.
Okay.
There's one
Near
that
the
keeps
moonbeam.
attacking my butt.
There's one that's been attacking her, and there's one that just attacked.
That one's getting the moonbeam
Morgana.
straight to the taint. I'm telling you
Personally,
what.
I'd go with one of those two, but that's just me.
Okay.
You're
I
also
would,
closer to like everybody. You're right in the middle, pretty much.
right. I'm going to pick the one that's not about to get a moonbeam from her because she can
Okay.
do the closest one. And for to get shocking grasp, I want to basically shock its skull so that I get the most
okay.
boil whatever brains it has.
Okay. So that's an attack roll.
Maximum
Okay.
grossness.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's D20, I guess, and then we go 16 plus 5.
That's
21.
a hit.
Oh, good. And sir,
It's a
for
D8.
a D8 damage.
That's a D6.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm
Here you go.
That's yeah. Okay.
There you
I
go.
got it.
4. God.
Hey,
All
take
damage
it.
is good
damage.
Not my
And
bad.
Not
on
nothing.
top of that, the good news is it also loses its reactions, which means you can now walk away from it and not stand next to it.
Okay, good. I can do that.
What you should
Yeah.
do.
Run.
You shock it, and it sort
Flee.
of trembles in your grasp and sags. And as you
Flee.
step away from it, it gets back to its feet.
Okay.
So good news, bad news.
The
Some damage, got away, but it's still up.
which one was that? Was that the one that was with them?
No, that was away from us because the movie
Okay,
was near the
the
ones.
one that attacked
Yeah.
Morgana, which is going to attack Morgana again.
Rude.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it.
19.
Of course.
5 points. And that brings us to Morgana, who I think is probably going to set something on fire.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you do,
The
honestly?
same one.
Okay.
Oh, does a 7 hit?
Ooh, a 7 does not hit.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't that one, so.
The
Yeah.
one that's
I will
been
take it.
You didn't set
attacking
yourself.
Cassia
Oh, that's true.
attacks Cassia
I only have 8
again.
hit points left, guys.
Gardon's about to start shouting
13?
out. Roll call.
Say what?
13 to hit?
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't waste a spell on
It
Mage
does.
Armor, though, because everything would have hit me
7
higher
points
than
of
my- Yeah,
damage.
would have given me anyway.
Dirt.
That's why one of the things I like is shield. Like depends on
Yeah.
the character,
Yeah.
but
Cassia is up.
Point of order.
Yes.
I can use an action to move the moonbeam anywhere
Yes.
within 60 feet. By moving it, does it, like...
that enters.
No, but does it fade and then reappear where it needs to be, or does it drag through?
So I'm going to say it's going to be the same as the fireball. Ooh, which one I forgot? Harmatu.
But I had,
there's a
I had
sphere
1
of
minute
fire.
though. I had 1
Yeah,
minute.
so
Oh, yeah,
So
no,
that's 6
multiple
rounds.
rounds. This is
Okay.
think of
So
each round like each time
It's still
is a
like,
turn. It's a
seconds,
couple
right?
of seconds.
Yeah. 6
so this
rounds,
thing has to
6
try and make a
seconds.
dex
Rounds
save.
are, rounds are very fast.
It
Yeah.
rolled a 1.
Even though
on
it takes
its dex
us a while
save.
to
Yeah,
do
so
this.
damage
It's
again.
going to take
Okay.
fire.
2d6.
Okay, 2d6.
Burn them all.
8.
8. Okay.
That's good.
All right,
Hang on.
you're good.
And that one is burnt to
You
a
can stop
crisp
it in one
by a
spot.
fireball.
Can I...
Yay!
So
Oh no, I have to move it straight, right?
attempts to get
Yeah.
back to its feet
I think
and
so.
just burns away.
Yeah, 60 feet in any direction.
Sorry about that. We were still on Cassia
Cassia's
missed, right?
I
You
missed.
rolled a 7.
That's me.
yeah,
Yep,
Morgana.
so-
Morgana missed.
we were.
I haven't
Morgana-
done
Cassia hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I haven't done a
Yeah,
diddly
she
squat.
Cassia was
Yeah,
asking
figuring
about
out.
the mechanics of moving a moonbeam.
Yes. So I can move it 60 feet in any direction. It doesn't say any one, it says any direction.
Yeah.
So can I, like, basically serpentine it and nail all the available ones
Yeah,
in
she
one
wants to
in
swing
one
it through
movement?
all the squares that have enemies.
What does it have to go on a straight line?
There's
It doesn't say a straight line
no.
No, it comes down in a straight line.
Move 60 feet.
in any direction.
Like,
So she's literally doing this.
So she wants
Yeah.
to do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Then I swing it through all available enemies
Okay, there's 2 left. That one
and avoid my comrades.
gets a 8 on its dex save.
Nope.
Or was it a con save?
Con save.
Con save. So it gets an 11 on its con
Nope.
save.
Still fails.
This one gets a 6.
Nope. Still fails.
All right, so they're both taking how much damage?
2d10 radiant damage. In that case, 11.
Wow.
Are they dead? Are they
Okay.
dead?
One of them is still standing.
How? Is it the one that touched my
Barely.
butt?
It is.
That's the one we haven't really attacked at.
Katya is so flipping mad. So angry.
Logan's up next.
hi.
Stab him in the eye.
Yes.
I'm
there's
gonna try
one
and
left
stab
and
him
it's
in the
over.
eye
Okay.
because he touched her butt.
Go
That's
ahead.
not okay.
Don't touch my butt.
Also, I'm like not super like. Okay, so life exists in many forms, and I'm aware of that. There are liches, they're undead in the sewers and everything. I just don't really. I don't like the Orjov, so yeah, stab in the eye, and it touched her butt.
Okay, good. Let's try and
cool.
stab it. So
Stab it in
you
the
run up to
eyeball.
it, it's maybe 15 feet from you. That's
Yeah.
make it there. What'd you get?
A 9.
Hits.
Wow.
An 8 up.
They
Okay.
are
I've been
slow.
keeping track.
I have been keeping track. An 8 hits, so a 9 does.
4.
Okay.
That was not a great roll.
All damage is good damage. You're not healing it.
And
true.
it
That's
stands back up.
Oh
Of course
man. I tried.
I know you did, Fred.
that's
I
I
know.
mean, you knocked it down a little bit.
I
Hard
stabbed.
You
on.
did do a stab.
I'm
Just
going to
dead.
run up to
did a
it
good
You.
stab.
and attack it with the spear, and then possibly, if it lives, push it.
Well, it's in the moonbeam. It's active.
Oh, that's right.
The moonbeam is
In-
actively
It
on
is
its
still on
head.
it. I am not going to push it. I'm going to run up and stab.
No.
If it starts its turn in the
There it
moonbeam.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to stay there.
Yeah. So I'm just going to stab at it
Okay.
with the spear.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Definitely hits.
That is 9 points of damage.
9.
That's as much as you can do with that without a crit.
It gets back up again.
You evil thing!
Gonna
Garden
step
is
on
getting
its face.
angry.
Gonna step on its face. Even if it doesn't live, I'm going to stomp on its ashes.
That's dead. That's
So mad
dead.
about it.
Harmatu. You
Okay.
have a ball of fire that you can move around.
Okay.
Move right over to it.
Can the ball of fire and the moonbeam interact?
I mean,
They
it's
won't,
just-
but they'll
no.
both affect maybe the other thing.
Light it on fire.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'm a little confused as to who's still
There is one thing remaining.
Okay.
It is standing right behind her, or in front of her, because she probably turned around to face it.
okay. In that
It's
ca-
To stop it touching my butt.
brilliantly lit by a moonbeam from above.
okay. If it's
Dark silhouette.
Has me gesturing at it angrily, threatening it with the bottom of my hooves.
and that's where I'm taking the fire.
Okay, the fireball rolls across the ground,
Like the world's biggest marble.
envelops the thing. It makes a dexterity saving throw of 7, which fails. How much
2 more
damage does it
D6.
take?
6.
Well,
Wow. Okay.
If that doesn't put him in the
And it's
ground.
2 max damage back to back, because I did max damage too.
Wow. Okay. So,
Does he get back up?
no.
thank
The
Christ.
DC,
I was about to
the
be
DC
real mad.
is 11 on it getting back up, and it rolled a 10. So, the fireball rolls into the moonbeam, and you see the thing struggling fighting to remain standing. It tries to dodge the fire, fails, and like almost manages to claw its way out, remains standing, and then just crumples to the ground, smoldering.
I go stomp on its face.
Yeah,
Good call.
that's definitely a thing.
Don't touch my butt without asking.
Must ask question.
Yes.
How are people feeling after that? I know a lot of people got hit.
I'm wore out. I got 6 points. I shouldn't have said that in my
I'm okay. If you've got limited healing abilities, these guys are squishier than me.
I can do quite a bit right now to everybody.
Okay,
Inspector
let's do
Sulla
that.
comes out of the shadows and is completely unharmed.
Good.
How about our Loxodon friend?
How's
Fine?
He's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
He had his ears like flapped over him. He's like,
I mean, they also probably didn't look terribly threatening compared to us.
yeah.
The catch, I need to take a few minutes to do it.
We have a few minutes, I think.
Can we spare a few
How
minutes?
many minutes?
10. But I can get everybody.
Yeah, let's.
That's probably
Because I'll
We
die.
need to be looking lively.
Yeah.
Look alive, everybody.
I'm going to take the 10 minutes. and
No
cast Fire
offense
Healing.
to the ashes on the ground, but everyone look alive.
All the offense to the ashes on the ground.
Yeah.
So 10 plus...
I'm keeping an eye out while he is working on healing everyone.
Oh, it's one spell. Getting everybody.
But I'm keeping an
Oh,
ie
yeah,
out
Yeah, to make sure
because it
nothing
takes you 10
surprises
minutes.
you while you're doing your ritual.
I'm like being alert
Yeah.
instead of focusing on you. I'm focusing on our surroundings.
So everybody gets back up to 6 creatures, which is the party. Everybody gets back 16 hit points.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
That should be. I love that spell.
That's a ritual. Nice.
That is, well, it's not a ritual. It just has a 10-minute casting time.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was a ritual. Should be a ritual. It's a 10-minute casting time.
Yeah.
But then you'd do it every time a fight was over.
True. Yeah. No, I have to
And you
actually
get
use a
out of
slot,
hand.
sadly.
Okay, so
But
19.
good news. It's a great spell.
Yeah.
And I
It is a
can
great
can do it again if I need to. But it takes 10 minutes.
So silence descends back upon you.
All right.
Looking up, you can see that the wall has passed
Oh, I get 2.
far, far away.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
We gotta go.
We gotta book it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Gardon is resisting the urge to just yell out at whoever is around.
Come at me,
face
bro.
us. Pretty much, yeah. Coward.
Point of order. That moonbeam is the only radiant damage I have, and I have now used that spell. Now what?
Well, you have another.
How many spell
second level
slots do you
right?
have for that level?
2.
So you
you
can
can
do
cast
it one
it
more
again.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that you can only
fortune-
cast that spell once. It's that you only have so many level whatever.
Yeah.
Used to be like
castings
that.
to do. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It used to be like that. Those days are far over.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Oh my goodness, yeah. You had to prepare it a number of times.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that.
All right, so are you continuing?
And we gotta
Yeah,
continue
we have to
Onward
keep
and forward.
going.
Let's do this.
Gotta find the boss fight.
Go.
So
Yeah, that was just a little
you come
appetizer.
up to the walls of the cathedral.
Yeah.
There is a large gate at the front, with a raised portcullis and closed wooden double doors, intricately carved, showing supplicants offering money to their
Yeah.
rightful masters. And that's where you're standing now.
Yeah.
Do we knock?
Why knock? Can we just open the gates?
Can we just kick the door in?
Open the gate.
Listen, you!
Hello, would you let us in to kill you?
Get your dang cathedral and your dome off my lawn.
Yeah.
This is my lawn. Get off. It's the rubble belt. Get off my lawn.
So, yeah, can we try to open the gates?
Okay. So you
Is there a lever first? Is that first?
there's no
Like a lock on the gates?
they have like big round door handles. You push as hard as you can and it won't
Just making sure.
Guard on.
Oh, right. Pull.
With a creaking noise, the gates open, and you see in front of you the interior of the main area of the cathedral. It's one wide open space that normally would have pews and an altar at the far end and alms boxes where people can leave their offerings. The pews are stacked in an orderly fashion on either side, and in the center of the room there is a platform with an unconscious figure lying on it. You're used to seeing Jace in illustrations on posters and broadsheets where he appears commanding, aloof, and assured. This figure is clearly the same man, but he's haggard. He's a young man. His hood lies under his head, not obscuring his disheveled locks. The light blue sigils that normally move across his features are stretched out from his skin as if they're being pulled away from him, writhing as they are torn away and flung off into the distance to power the barrier. Standing over him, you see a tall, domineering figure caught up in casting some spell. Over them is a second barrier. Very much like the first one that you guys just defeated.
I have the
or
skin
just
still.
got through.
No, we got it back.
Yeah, you kept it. You put it in your pocket.
I did.
And around that are 3 pedestals with sort of pyramids at the top of them. There are these 3 pedestals equidistant just on the outsides of the inner barrier, with power arcing from them into the barrier.
Well, we should break those.
Break that.
I charged the pedestals.
F that up immediately.
I mean, that would be his
That's
first reaction.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
his thing.
that
You're
would
a
actually
character.
be-
Do
Yep,
it.
100%.
Roll a strength check.
Bust it.
Juggernaut this crap.
Yeah. Stop having that immediately.
That's a 10 total.
Okay.
That's best.
You sound so sad.
Take 2 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
from the pedestal that you completely
Yeah, that tracks.
failed to-
Yep. Saw that coming.
Gordon didn't, but you did.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Whoops.
The thing is, we have some insignia. We don't have all the insignia. And we don't have a machine either.
Yeah, that was the real problem there.
Yeah.
If so these things are powering them on the outside of the barrier. Is there a way that I could use Thunder Wave? Like would Thunder Wave create the kind of disruption? I wonder.
Like if we electrocute it?
Well, Thunder Wave is actually a shock wave. It's like a
Sonic boom,
To
basically.
Yeah.
destabilize it and to destabilize these pedestals enough that they fall apart and.
yeah. I mean, go ahead and cast Thunder Wave. If you want.
Okay, I will
Is
do that.
is Jace inside the bubble or outside the bubble?
Inside.
He's inside the bubble.
He and the figure
And the
standing
guy.
over him. And of course, Inspector Robode immediately recognizes his arch nemesis.
That's him. That's the guy.
So I'm
F
gonna,
that guy in particular.
it does say unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you. That may or may not apply to those things. So I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave and see if that makes
What's
any
the-
difference to the
What's the
We've what?
volume of it? It's a
300
10-foot sphere.
boom out
Oh,
300
volume
feet.
like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Is it
It's
a
a 10 by. It's a
10-foot sphere?
It's a 15-foot cube.
15-foot cube. Okay.
You can often
Okay.
center it on yourself or
Yeah.
push it out.
Yep.
What do
That
we
makes
got?
sense.
We have successfully cast spells beyond these portals already, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can cast spells past the barrier.
If we
Because I
can see
cast
it.
dancing lights beyond the
I have
barrier.
spiritual weapon. He can't attack the weapon.
But you can send it on the other side of the portal?
I can. It appears there.
Oh.
And then just-
Yeah, you can.
And
just
it's not
make
on
it.
a coherent thing that can be attacked back.
That'll at least distract him.
It might disrupt the spell.
Yeah.
Is my thought.
Yeah.
Do I moonbeam his face? Does he take radiant damage?
Yeah, I mean, he would. Yeah, you would take radiant.
He would be on
but
fire.
Undead take better
More,
radiant,
okay.
basically. Like it's more effective.
Gotcha,
I don't want to say
gotcha.
more because that's not always the case.
I rolled a 17. Got
On Thunder Wave?
on Thunder Wave plus 5. That's 22.
Okay, so with a massive boom,
Okay.
you throw your Thunder Wave at one of the pedestals, and the pedestal is unmoved. The spell doesn't seem to touch the barrier, just sort of washes around it, and some of the pews that were stacked on one side of the chamber get knocked on the floor and pushed down.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with that plan.
Yeah.
Unless anyone stops me on this
do
one.
it.
you should try it.
I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon on inside the portal if I can.
Okay.
Trying to think on what's this. It's gonna be a giant like tree-shaped thing, and it's gonna just basically try and beat the guy with
Okay.
a tree.
Conk him over the head with a large
Yeah.
You cast spiritual weapon, and you see a shadow that looks vaguely like a sprout. It does not coalesce into a tree
magic
or do
dampening?
anything that you
Yeah.
want it to do inside.
Just like all of our spells have been weaker, the light's been weaker, all the other things have
Yeah.
been less than they would
Well, that's a
normally
shame.
be.
That's annoying.
So it doesn't form at all, pretty
Right.
much. It like flickers into existence
Yeah.
and goes away. Okay. That is a problem. I have a solution for that, but I cannot do that, and he probably would not know about it.
I'm guessing that Dr. Mortality is unbothered by us. It's like somebody yelling outside the
completely
window.
ignoring you.
Oh my god.
Either he can't see out of the sphere, or he's too concentrated on his spell, or he doesn't even care that you're there.
All right.
Because he's too cocky to think that we could do anything about this. I'm going to wreck his life. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to wreck his life.
It's gonna happen.
Gardon at this point is like gonna take the shield and like hit the wall because he
Okay.
doesn't know what else to do. Like, he just wants to get in there.
So Gardon is battering on the thing, and it's making big booming noises. Bong! And still, Professor Mortality is ignoring you guys.
Bull like screams. The I can't do
Yeah.
that.
I know what you meant, though.
Angry mooing.
Yes, angry mooing at the wall.
That's the subtitle. That is the subtitle under this image of Cardon is brackets angry mooing.
Okay, you went with that. But see, in my head, when you first started that sentence, it was Ravnica Rising, angry mooing.
Also that.
All right, we're gonna figure out a way to take down this
Yeah.
dome.
So, okay.
So
Throws the
the
sliver.
the dome is spell generated. It doesn't have like a generator that we can bust.
It appears
Jace
to be
is the
coming
generator.
from the three
Pedestal?
pedestals.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need to disrupt those.
So each of the pedestals is
Pee
square.
on it. No.
And they're sort of angled so that one side of the square is pointed in towards the middle of the circle,
Yeah.
and three sides are outside, and they each have a pyramid on top and a beam of energy coming from the pyramid going into the center. And there are symbols on the three sides facing you, possibly on the inside, but you can't see the side that's on the other side.
Gardon has an idea.
Turn him around.
Take the mace, that he never uses. How high up are they? Like the top part?
Pedestals?
Yeah.
They're about 6 feet tall, so you know,
Okay. Reasonable
size.
reach. Okay. He's gonna try two things.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna try turning the top. See if he can aim it in a different direction.
Okay.
Are they?
I don't know that they will.
They
but
appear to be a solid piece,
Solid piece,
of metal, like
Metal.
a single.
All right. So that given, he goes to his
Forged
second
structure.
plan.
Yes.
His plan B. He's gonna beat it with the mace. Just that part. He's trying to break basically that entity on
tip
top.
of it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me a
Maybe
strength check.
deform the sigils, whatever. 13. That's better. He's
Yeah,
just
okay.
having a hard time with that.
So you whang on the top of this thing with your mace, and I think you actually chip a piece off of your mace.
Yeah.
Useless anyway.
Okay.
This is his rage coming out now.
Listen, y'all. You made the Minotaur angry. Wouldn't like him when he's angry.
We need to number these things. So the one that you are next to, Gardon, we'll say that there's one plinth that's sort of towards the front of the chamber, and the two on the other side are number 2 and number 3. As you approach the one that you're standing next to, one of the symbols on it starts to glow a little bit. And it is a symbol of a sprouting tree.
I go over to that one.
Okay, so I go to the other one.
Which one? The one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the left.
He just points at a random one. I have no
Okay.
idea. Do you see anything?
Are there any symbols on this one?
So there are, but they're not glowing. One of them is the symbol of the Azorius, one of them is the symbol of the Boros, and one of them is the symbol of the Dimir.
Try the other one.
Let me go to the other one.
Okay, so the third plinth has a Izzet, a Rakdos, and a now slightly glowing Simic symbol on it.
Oh, I did something.
Hey!
I should go.
near
I
them.
shall go. I'll go to the one that's got an Izzet symbol on it.
Okay, so now you're standing next to her, and that plinth has both an Izzet and a Simic that are slightly glowing on it.
Oh. Do we have the Jester's cap? Do we still have that stuff?
Now you have your...
And the
your-
skin off the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have.
Yep.
I slap the skin at whatever one
Has
people are
the
telling me has a symbol.
Orzhov symbol
Yeah.
on it.
Interestingly,
There's one.
none of them have an Orzhov symbol.
No, because
that's
there's
facing
3
you.
and 3, and there
Yeah.
would be 9 of them, so it's the other 9 guilds.
Yeah.
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 All right, so you've got Selesnya covered. Is it Simic? Where's the one with the Golgari symbol on it?
Orav.
Yeah. Oh,
Go
yes.
to the plinth with the. Go to that one over there, and I point to the one that has the
Has the
Azorius
Boros symbols?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is he
Azor-
Azorius or Boros?
It's both. Azorius, Boros, and Dimir are on that one.
Yes,
no,
but
but
is
is he?
Is he
Oh,
Azorius?
Azorius.
He is Azorius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What
he
is-
goes over there, and
Go
as
over
he's
there.
standing near to it, the Azorius symbol starts to glow.
Okay.
What about the inspector? What is,
He is actually guildless.
he's guiltless. Okay.
Does that make him a wild card? Does he count for any of them?
No, he counts for none of them.
Damn it. All right. Given
What about you?
I'm gonna go
she's
over to the
Golgari.
Golgari one.
Okay. So the one that has the Golgari, the Selesnya, and the Gruul on it,
So you're with me.
the Selesnya is glowing.
given that my backstory involved me being left behind by my family
Yeah.
and adopted by the Selesnya,
I came from another guild.
yeah, did I come from another guild, and can I be applied to whichever one that was?
So
Likely
you
Gruul.
were originally Gruul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go over to the plinth that has the Golgari, Selesnya, and Gruul symbols on it,
Does it do
and
anything?
the Selesnya symbol glows a little bit more.
All right.
So
Because I have the insignia.
Doubles up.
All right. I don't count for both.
I'll walk over to Orav.
Everyone touch it.
Poke it.
Touch the pedestal.
All right. As you touch the pedestal, it glows much brighter.
Hug them.
Gardon, calm down.
Glowed? Lots of glow.
Okay, stop at hug. Do not progress further than hugging.
Hugging
the prince.
This is glowing quite brightly.
So I'll touch mine.
Okay.
I'll do so too, but Harmatu
As
is
the
not a
two
hugger.
of them touch their plinth together, 2 people touching it, glows very brightly, and the energy coming from the top of it stops.
Oh. We just need 2 people.
All right, I touch the
All right.
Selesnian one.
Well, okay, yep.
With the 2 of you touching it, it stops.
So we just need one on the other one, though. We're short one on the other.
So the other one is the one with Azorius, Boros, and Dimir. Right now,
It's got an Azorius.
yeah.
We have no Boros or Dimir.
I walk over to it.
It starts to glow.
I touch it.
The Dimir symbol glows brighter, and the spell is broken.
Friendo!
Do you have anything that you want to say to the group?
Guys, it's fine. It's fine.
Later.
I love you, but we're gonna have a talk later about sharing things with your friends.
Yeah. Okay.
So at this moment, the inner sphere vanishes.
I start laughing at him. Bet you didn't expect to see us.
Surprise, bitch.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's not quite the phrase that went through my head, but close enough.
No, that's exactly the first one. I saw the gif and everything.
So he is still involved in the spell.
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
still
Do we get a surprise round?
working on that.
So if we all Sorry.
I'll kick him in the teeth.
So we've gotten rid of the
breached-
protective dome.
Yes, you've
over.
breached
Okay.
the dome.
It's stopped and is not going to restart when we let go.
We don't know. We haven't let go yet.
I think it's gone. I think we're okay. Yeah.
All right, so yes, it remains gone.
Okay.
The spell is broken.
Do we get a surprise round?
Because he's too
Because I
involved
have
in
an
the thing
idea.
to
Yeah,
notice
did he
us.
actually notice that we were there?
I mean, he looks up,
Yeah.
he sees you there,
He knows where they
and he
Go.
concentrates on casting the spell that he's casting.
Fine.
Oh,
All right.
Gonna
I have
kick
one
him
other question
directly in
before
the
I'm okay.
spine.
Before this happens.
I cast magic.
At his spine.
Can I make a perception to see if Jace is still breathing?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
actually.
a
Do a
good
perception
call.
He's more concerned with that. That's actually not bad. 21.
Yes, you can see that he is breathing.
Okay. So, don't area of effect. Unless you can avoid him. He's alive.
Yeah! Throwing things.
And with that, fairy fire.
Magic missile.
Melf's acid arrow.
So this is a lot going on very suddenly
We
here.
should probably roll initiative.
I'm going to kick him in the spine.
Well, you see, fairy fire is important. It's advantage on everybody else's attacks.
Oh.
Unless he doesn't make the dex save, which he is currently concentrating on a spell. And ignoring us.
yeah.
So my hope is that that will be in our favor.
Like how we're all like, okay,
Let's wreck his entire life.
We're not going to talk to him? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. You lost
time
talking
for talking
privileges.
is over.
You sent minions to touch my butt. We're not talking anymore.
Here's
not
no
talking.
conversation.
That's
Done.
Time for them to attack us, kill us, whatever. But they touched her butt.
No, you violated consent.
We're not okay.
It's
No
over.
consent.
It's over.
No, I'm not
okay.
disagreeing. I think it's
Over. You have been canceled. Done.
been canceled.
Absolutely done with this.
Gardon turns to him. This is the last episode of Stream. You must die now.
Alright, so can I get
Yeah.
initiatives?
Whoop, 0. I'm going
Nat 20!
Nat 20!
I rolled a
Amy,
17.
Nat 20 plus
Amy.
1.
Wait, we have 2 nat 20s?
Yep.
Who is the
Those
more
characters are
dexterous
dying.
of the two of you?
That's me. I have a plus
Yeah,
2 to it.
that's going to be good.
Yeah, it makes
Okay.
sense. Monk.
Yeah, I'm a monk.
Gardon?
19.
Wow. Hey, this side of the table.
Yeah.
We did well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the party.
Cassia?
0.
Oh, Cassia.
Sorry.
Nat 1, -1, 0.
All of the...
No, y'all jumped, and I was just like, okay. There's not room for a horse butt in that.
Morgana.
17.
Okay.
It's just you, apparently.
What were you,
All
Gardon?
go in a big row.
Yeah, apparently.
That's the thing.
Then you'll-
Y'all jumped, and I just went, I'm gonna let you have this.
And you're gonna be like, I will come in and
Stomp on his face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
All right.
Please get
Yeah, I am just swinging at Dick Bag.
Okay. Do an attack roll.
Oh no! That's an 8.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm just so enthusiastic.
Armatu,
I
you are
don't
up.
swim
Okay,
very well.
so I want to do Melf's
side is
acid
it on?
arrow.
This is very important for me.
Into his eye if possible. I know it,
All right.
but that'll be the farthest I hope from Jace. And I don't think it doesn't say anything about splash damage or
Yeah.
range damage. Okay, so then I roll a 20 for that. That's 11. Spell attack bonus 16.
Ooh, 16 hits.
Oh wow.
Okay, guys,
So,
16 hits.
4d4 acid damage immediately. This is a d4.
Yes.
Okay. I don't
Whatever
know.
number is upright when
Okay.
you roll it.
So
Depending on the die. So
2,
Yeah.
That particular one
Yeah.
is...
That's 4.
2, 4,
8.
2. So yes, 10.
10 points.
Plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
That is 10 points.
So,
We're not
then-
playing Clue.
And then at the end of the next turn, he's going to get another 2d4.
okay. So he's
Take a break from
Just don't forget
his
that on your next
somewhat foppish, elegant clothes are beginning to burn away and
what to do.
grimaces in pain.
Oh, I know exactly what to do.
And Gardon is
I
up
have two
next.
things to do, in
So,
fact.
with Abington to his right side,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire so that it ends on him, because it's a 20-foot radius.
Yep.
So unfortunately, Jace is going to be in this.
Okay.
I'm just going to hope
Advantage
that,
on attacks
yeah,
to
advantage
Jace.
on, if anyone wants to attack Jace, you do have advantage, because I'm assuming he can't make the dex save. So,
He might be fine.
he could be fine.
He's the guild back, so he could do anything.
So yeah, it's a dex save, or he is covered in, let's go with a green glow.
Yeah, green tracks for us. Yeah.
Okay. So he is acided and glowing green.
And then I'm going to just kind of adjust my position so I'm in good charging point.
Okay.
Thinking I'll push him acid.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile
over the
as a
pedestal.
level 2 spell.
Okay. That's a lot of hits because he can't dodge a magic missile.
Ooh.
Just 4.
Eat dirt.
Only 4.
Let's see, we have 4, 8, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 16.
16 damage, please.
16. Okay.
Little do we know, all this damage is actually fueling his spell. Sorry.
I will destroy everything he
That's
holds.
your inner DM coming
It
out.
really is.
Meanwhile, I will destroy him and everything he holds dear immediately.
Burn it all down.
Burn it to the ground. Literally and figuratively. Burn it all
It's
down.
his turn. He pauses in the casting of his spell, braces himself, and you see some of the wounds from the acid and from the magic missiles begin to heal up.
God damn it.
Clint Eastwood eyes.
Is it his turn?
Yes, it is
Okay,
his
it's at the end of his turn. He takes another 2d4.
turn.
I'll just roll that.
You roll it for him.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, if you do that roll, then I don't know.
No, because it's a damage roll, so he takes that damage, so
Okay.
you would roll it.
Okay, so that's
So
1 and 4. So that's 5.
But that's at the end of his turn.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not an action for him to heal himself up. It's an automatic.
Oh, gross.
It's a
Part of
thing
his
he
nature.
does.
It's just a thing that happens to him. Gross.
He's not the guy we already faced, right?
And he's
That was
going
my next
to.
question.
Yeah.
He's going
Snapdragons,
to.
really? He's going to
Can
regret
we
his life
recognize-
choices
can
in a
we
minute is what he's going
recognize
to do. Yeah, is this the vampire putz that we fought already?
It is.
Yeah. But last time, we learned some stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Going to
We were
wreck
not
your
as
stuff.
well armed as we are now. That's true. Might do me a friend.
Look.
So,
We'll talk about it later.
We are going to have such a talk when we get home.
So he's reluctant to leave the place where he's at. He's still trying to cast this spell. So rather than move, he quickly casts Ray of Frost at Hermatu.
Okay, how do I?
It's an
It's an
attack roll.
So it's
Okay.
either going to hit you or it's
Okay, I got 11. So
You got a
You should be at max.
5.
Well, you got 14.
He got a 5, so probably no.
Yeah, the Ray of Frost missed.
Okay, you're nice. So yeah, it's
Whoopsie.
Yeah, your armor class is higher than that, so.
okay.
cool. You're safe
Yeah, you're good.
for now.
Right. Orange hug,
And
dude.
then he whirls his hand above him, and a cloud of fog starts to precipitate.
Wish my step of the wind was more like a fan.
And it's Cassius.
Fan of the Wiz.
So, step 1, bonus action. Y'all remember bear spirits?
Oh.
Our friend the bear? Do you remember our friend the bear?
Liked that bear.
Oh, he's a good bear.
Good bear.
We're gonna have a bear. The bear spirit grants you and your allies its might and endurance. Each creature of your choice, that's all of you, plus Jace, in fact,
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
gain its might and endurance. Gain temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level, so that's 8. Enjoy 8 hit points. In addition, you and your allies gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while in the aura. Punch this thing in
Strength check.
all the
So,
soft bits,
shoving,
the spine, the
pushing,
kidneys,
grappling,
all of it.
sometimes.
Eye sockets, I don't care. Make this man regret his life choices.
I plan to.
He's so sad about his life.
Or his unlife.
Yeah, or whatever. His
He's a
existence.
vampire, so.
It's irrelevant. He's gonna. There'll be regrets. There'll be regrets like he's got regret misspelled on him in a tattoo. Ragrats. Ragrats. Yeah, oh yeah.
No regrets.
Nope, not even one?
Nope.
One ragrat.
It's like that t-shirt.
Just merge the two moves.
Dang.
No ragrats.
And then I cast Moonbeam on top of his head.
Okay, so the moonbeam pierces down through a window in the wall of the cathedral and hits the cloud of dark fog that he had just cast over his head and disperses.
The fog disperses, the moonbeam disperses.
The fog disperses the moonbeam.
Oh. No bueno, Taco.
I think I know.
It's fog
Can I make an Arcana check?
or darkness.
Actually, I think
It's
it's something else. That's a 13.
Still don't love it.
What are you trying to check?
Trying to determine what spell that is.
So it appears to be some form of dispersed. It's not a official spell.
Okay, so it's an ability. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It appears to be a dispersed field of some form that
Okay.
takes the form of a fog cloud and prevents radiant damage.
Interesting. Okay.
So the beam is still coming out of the sky. He's just protected as long as he's in his cloud.
So it's, but it's like
Someone shove him out of that cloud.
Oh,
I have an idea about that.
That might be
Hey,
so hard to
you,
do.
get out of that cloud.
I'm sorry, it was
Hey,
Cassia's turn? No, that was Cassia's turn.
Magic cloud.
So,
Yep.
I don't know.
at this moment, Selok dives into the cloud and tries to stab the vampire.
Doesn't look anything like a waterfall.
Oh, we've been through that. We already been.
Yeah, we have
And completely misses.
Dang it! Selleck, be careful, please.
Orov hides behind a pillar.
Man.
Avenin is up next.
Hi.
You cowardly swine.
Elephant, technically.
Yes, I'm an elephant. I know.
Don't be mean to other pigs.
We already have fairy fire cast. Right?
Oh,
Yes,
I
fairy
forgot
fire
about
is
the
on.
fairy fire.
Yeah,
What does it do?
Fairy fire
so
is
we have
advantage on
advantage
attacks.
Oh,
Oh. Does that mean my...
Everyone has advantage.
Does that mean my Moonbeam has advantage
lit
against
up.
his
No, because
shenanigans?
it's a save.
that
Dang it.
means Selok's attack hit,
Nice.
Nice. Get him!
and because Avenin is standing right there, he gets his surprise attack bonus.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
I may not be a rogue, but I can help with roguish things.
You can be cover.
I love
all you
people who
need.
stand in combat when I'm a rogue. Like, oh, you're just gonna stand up there? Oh, this is the best.
Cool.
Cool. Let me use you for cover. Hold still.
Thank you.
No, I'm like, how far away can I be and still hit things?
Yeah. Can I reach you from
great.
here?
Yeah.
If you build a whip fighter,
so he did
which is my current rogue.
That's pretty fun.
a grand whopping 5 damage.
Pretty fun.
Hey,
But-
ain't nothing.
Hey, it's damage.
Yeah, it's damage. And Selok's dirk that he's using for the stabbing glows as he stabs it into mortality.
Dude. I want one of those.
Dibs.
Alright, I'm going after him with,
Does it distract from the
Right,
spell?
sorry.
Yeah, does it distract him from that spell he's casting?
It's
Got a knife
that's
stuck
actually
in
a
him.
good question. Yeah.
I would hope
Yay,
so.
concentration.
It does break his concentration. The fog dissipates.
And now he's
And
in
now
a
the
moonbeam.
moonbeam comes down on his face.
So he does a con check.
Goodness.
That's a 13.
Failed.
Oh,
His day.
okay.
Enjoy taking 7.
Okay, but it's radiant.
Oh, it is. Oh, very.
Yeah, okay.
It's radiant. It is.
It is so radiant.
So radiant.
The most
it is
radiant moonbeam.
radiant moonlight.
It sounds so sad, but it's radiant.
It's radiant. Is
Okay.
it?
Oh no!
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I wish
All
you
right,
took heat metal.
Whoops.
I say that about so many players.
Can't
Like,
help
Well,
but remember.
Haven't just missed.
No.
Oh.
nope. That was.
I said there's fairy fire.
Yes, and that's
I
what
reminded you of it,
Yeah.
so I never got to do an action
Okay,
yet
yeah,
because
do
it
your
was
action.
catching
Stop
back up.
skipping a minute this turn.
What is it with you and skipping my turns? In board games and man.
You're just so good at them. He just doesn't want you to keep going.
Yeah, I'm just that much of a threat. With my whopping attack of like 5 last turn.
Hey, all damage is good damage.
Well, no, I didn't hit.
She meant the attack roll.
My attack roll was so bad. All right.
But you have advantage,
Now you
I have
do.
advantage, so now I'm gonna roll.
which also means he gets a sneak attack on all of his attacks because he has advantage.
Who does?
The investor.
Score.
Abode.
I mean, he still gets it from her being near.
Yeah.
That was a 13 and a 13.
Seriously.
Yeah, I rolled exactly the same both times. Wow. I rolled an 8 both times.
Been there.
Yeah, 13 misses.
Yeah, I figured. So you were right, I did miss. I just hadn't yet missed.
Okay.
Secretly,
sorry.
Andy actually can tell the future. That's why he was confused.
So hard to get. He's Amanatu, the Fate Stitcher. He just can't keep straight which timeline we're in right now.
It's all...
Gardon. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Harmatu. Harmatu is higher than Gardon.
Okay, so he is distracted from his spell. Flame counts as radiant damage, am I right?
No.
Flame is not.
Fire
it's
is
not.
fire is not.
Okay.
Fire's fun, but it's not
Okay.
You're
radiant.
going to take a break.
If I was to cast Chaos Bolt to him, that would be too dangerous, wouldn't it? It would it would bounce. Okay.
So it can bounce to another target. There's no other target.
Right,
So you
I
can
don't want
cast
that.
it at the wall at that point. Like you get
Okay.
to choose the target. It's not
Okay, so then I will cast Chaos Bolt at him. Let me look that up.
It's an
real
attack
quick.
roll. I have it right here for you.
Okay.
It's also not in that book.
Oh, well, there you go. There's
crap,
most
crap,
of your
crap,
problem.
there it is.
Oh, that's my spell book. So yeah, first you have to make the attack roll.
Okay. Oh crap. 4 plus 5. That's 9.
Nope.
Misses.
You have advantage on attacks, though.
Yeah.
No,
Roll again.
Okay. My God, I cannot believe it. A second 4. Oh, so yeah.
Interesting.
Same thing that happened to me.
I was going to offer you some of mine, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Try
take
this.
a break over here. For a
Dice
bit.
timeout.
Yeah. These are in the timeout.
Dice jail.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
my real
Chaos Bolt
identity
won't get
is
you radiant
revealed,
even
so I
if
get
it
to bring
does.
up my other dice.
But it's still good damage.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Did
great.
you
100%.
really?
So I used
You
to,
100%.
buy
I have
you-
a second set of dice that I've been holding in weight.
I
And
used
she
to
has a
buy a new
second
set of
character
dice for
sheet.
every
Yeah, I have a
character
second
roll
character
it,
sheet.
But I always revert back to these.
You
so-
bugger.
Oh! I've had a second character sheet I've been maintaining. Here are my dice.
And the truth comes
They're all
out.
shadowy,
Oh, no.
just to...
Get it?
Yeah, I have extra dice.
Cassia is going to have
Thank you.
such a long talk with
Thank
you
you,
when we
Master.
get home.
There are questions.
Gardon is pretty.
Mom and Dad are so mad right now.
Gardon is pretty indifferent about this. You're still you. I am up.
Turn order.
Gardon.
All right, so Dad's not mad, but Mom's
There we
real
go.
mad.
Gardon's going up
shadowy
with a spear
dice.
and gonna attack him and then possibly send him upside down
Yeah.
because he's not terribly offensive.
Well, he is currently in the moonbeam, so you don't want to knock him out.
That's right. Yeah, I know. Well, he's gonna attack him. That's right. I forgot the moonbeam actually hits him now.
Yeah, now he's in it.
That is a 15.
15 will hit.
Cool.
That's good. Did you roll with advantage?
I did.
Good.
8 points of damage.
He takes 4 damage.
Yep. And so he is the same guy we fought before.
Yeah.
Correct.
Crap, what did we do last time that worked so well?
We didn't. We just kept beating him. It just took a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like last time, same thing.
Second verse, same as the first.
Well, I meant earlier today, like with the other guys.
He doesn't have his skeleton squads with him this time.
Yeah, good. No minions to touch my butt.
Morgana.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt as a level 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which bolt?
Which bolt?
You
This
have
bolt.
advantage.
Well, I rolled a 16.
You might get a 20 though.
That's a hit.
That's true. No. Okay. Can I have any 12?
Here you go.
You can borrow a d12.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please give it back, but
What are you, an English major?
I thought about it.
16
I
damage.
was.
16.
Now this stays in place. and
Yep,
I
as
can
long
just-
as you concentrate, you can hit him again with it.
Yeah.
It's the Empire's lightning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ultimate power.
All right, so his turn.
These are actually quite
he
nice.
started his turn in a moonbeam.
Yes, he started his turn in a moonbeam, so he has to make a
Con save.
I really like these.
Jeez. 9.
Nope, failed.
Okay.
I love the smoky look.
15.
How long
Okay.
have you been waiting for this? A while.
There are so many good things
so-
about Moonbeam right now.
He concentrates hard to try and bind his flesh back together, but the moonbeam hitting him prevents him from being able to heal.
Yeah, baby.
And that's why Moonbeam is amazing against undead.
Good choice.
So
Can't fight the moonlight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's literally part of why I took it, because I wanted to make that terrible joke.
I've definitely never done something just to make a bad pun.
Oh, no, never.
he
No, it's not
turns
like...
to Salak
Oh.
and says, "If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me." And first he attacks with his greatsword, which he had at his side.
Who let you have that?
Pulls it out of his butt.
Yeah, straight out of hammer space. Unsheaths from intestines.
Is he wearing a trench coat? Is it
I have
actually a katana?
Honest.
You really need to. The guy who made it is on Twitter.
And immediately follows up with a bite.
No!
Dude,
Teeth are not for biting. Biting hurts.
That's your job, isn't it?
It is. I read that book all the dang time. My kids recite it for word. Do they still put their teeth on their classmates? Oh, of course they do. And then they recite the book after it. And I'm like,
so
just-
we have hands are not for hitting
Yep.
at work, and every time I see it, my brain does these boots are made for walking, but these hands are made for hitting. So these hands are made for hitting, and that's just what they'll do, and like
That's great.
every single time.
Yep. Oh, we
But I think that's my song as a monk. Is these hands? They're made for hitting.
I mean, reasonable.
yeah.
I mean, and yeah. And those boots
that's
are made
just
for
what they'll
weapons.
do.
All over his face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, please do.
Inspector Selleck is now unconscious and being bitten by a vampire.
Did he get his +8 temporary hit points?
Oh, that's right. He had +8, so he's still up.
Ha!
And being bitten by a vampire.
Which is
still being bitten.
Yeah,
That's still a problem.
We'd like to
Don't worry.
stop that.
I have planned for that one.
Cassia.
Cassia says to Mr. Vampire, but teeth are not for biting. Biting hurts. Don't do that. And then I clock him over the head with a quarterstaff.
Okay.
Because I don't want.
Gandalf moment.
Because I don't want him out of the. He needs to stay in that moonbeam. But I would like. Yeah, because every time he starts his turn in there.
You could just move it.
Yeah, you can move.
Oh, I could. Yeah, but I'd like him to just stay put.
But then he'd be entering again.
That's
Yeah.
true.
If you move it.
That's true.
Because you can move it 60 feet. 10 feet. 10 feet.
just follow him around.
I could do that.
How long does the fairy fire last? Is it
It's
concentration?
concentration.
It is concentration.
No, I'm going to donk him.
but it lasts up
Just
to-
for in character. No, I'm going to donk him over the head with a scimitar
Yeah, a minute.
or with a quarterstaff rather.
I also have fairy fire that I can cast once a day. So if his fairy fire fades, I will be casting.
I also have another backup plan. If
Ooh,
that
nope,
goes wrong.
3. I'm going to miss hitting him.
Yeah, you still have advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, you clock
So we
him
do,
up?
but no, 6. That's not gone better.
Yeah.
If I hit with a 6, and what is my strike?
No, what's
9.
your
No, it's not going to go well.
Okay.
I'm not going to hit him. I am going to swing it at him though.
Sure.
Menacing.
No.
No.
And
So I've just gestured at him.
Yeah.
Sellout
Bad.
tries to stab the vampire that is biting him. Hits.
Oh, he gets an advantage on strength checks too. If that's a strength, I don't think that's a strength check.
Well, if
is
he's
it?
trying to break
to
away
break-
from a vampire, that
Yeah,
might be.
he-
That's
yeah,
a
so-
grapple.
That's a grapple, yeah.
That would be. But
Finger guns.
attacking him, no.
And Orov emerges from behind the pillar, grabs the mace that's lying on the floor,
Yes.
Have you noticed that? Is that what's happened?
and tries to clonk him on
Dick
the
Cone
head.
a swine.
Did he woman up? Can we do this now?
And due to advantage, he hits. What's the
Thank
damage on the mace?
Jiminy
The mace is a D6
Christmas.
plus a strength. I love this.
What are my actual ideals in this one?
What do I actually believe in?
Doing 2
This
damage,
is a good question.
so it's not much.
It's a
But
legitimate
it is
Oh,
damage.
Orov, you absolute madman.
Avanin,
I have
you're
a
up.
whole second character sheet.
Human.
This is great.
Human.
Wow. You
I love characters like that. I have done
You
that before.
duplicitous.
It's amazing.
Vinya, it's your turn.
Yes. So I'm again gonna try and swing at him with a short sword.
Okay. Advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
It all makes sense now.
I mean,
Why she couldn't talk with a
11.
shadowy person in front of us.
11.
That's true.
11 misses.
Yeah. I'm just really demoralized by having to reveal things about myself.
Harmatu Ie.
Okay, I got one more point, and I'm gonna spend it on the Chaos Bolt again, once more. That's
I don't think you have to recast it. I think as long as you concentrate, it just hits automatically every turn.
No, that's Witch Bolt.
Oh, I'm thinking
Chaos Bolt
Yeah,
is,
you're right,
is
you're
an
right, you're
actual
right. You're right.
attack one.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll D12 in a minute.
okay. So I gotta roll 12 plus 5. That's 17.
That hits.
Okay.
So you're going to roll
great.
2d8 plus 1d6.
Okay.
And that will determine kind of what happens.
Okay. Here's 1d6 and 2d8.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be that
Okay.
and that.
You got.
We got to.
Okay, so 2d8, that's 3
and
plus 5, that's 8, and 1d6, that's 3.
So you can decide between lightning damage or fire damage. Your choice.
I would say fire damage.
So fire damage,
Okay.
How much is it?
and it is
Is,
8, 9, 10, 11.
So, you raise your hands, a blast of energy pours out of your hands. You said lightning damage?
Fire.
Fire damage? Of course. So,
All of you will be converted to fire.
flames come flying out of your hands,
Shouldn't really have control over that.
and
It's chaos.
you sculpt them carefully so as to avoid the nearly unconscious Sellout who's viciously trying to stab the vampire that's biting him. And
Bad vampire. No biting.
the flames seem to come from under his skin, pouring out through his eyes, streaming up towards the rafters, and soon there's nothing but ash.
Sweet!
A guy bolt the ash.
Lesson learned. Don't touch a centaur butt. Directly or indirectly.
Um,
no
What
touching.
happens
There is-
around us?
So almost immediately after he vanishes, the air around you seems to change. There feels like there's more color. It feels like there's,
It's warmed back up.
yeah, it's warmed back up. The tone, which you had almost stopped hearing because it had been going on for so long, stops. And far off in the distance, you hear the sounds of trumpets and like a roar.
Oh look, the
As-
interpretive dance team is back.
Within minutes,
They would too.
a massive army comes sweeping into the cathedral.
Guys, we got it. We got it.
Pick up Jace.
Yeah, actually, start healing Jace immediately.
Okay.
Heal-
So
heal the
He's
Jace.
going to get like 10 hit points.
the sigils which had been being pulled off of Jace snap back into his skin.
Seemed painful.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like that would. It's like an elastic band that just went.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That's the worst.
And
Oh,
he sort of groggily opens his eyes, and as he does, his visage starts to change. He stops looking so haggard. He starts looking, more
like the
composed,
posters?
More like the posters.
Do I recognize an illusion when I see one?
I think you probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know something about illusions, maybe?
Bet. Yeah.
Jeez, honey.
Welcome back to Land of Living.
And he looks at you, and
Sorry about that. Blowing up and all.
yeah.
Sorry about that. We
Orov
didn't know.
looks at you guys, and he says, "Thank you, Guardians of the Guild Pact."
Oh my God.
Have you
Roll
been waiting?
credits.
Have you been waiting to say that since day one?
No.
Oh,
Probably since, yeah,
Session 2.
yeah.
second session. Because I didn't know about the Guardians of the Guild Pact until then. Shall we do, during the post-credits roll, what
Yeah.
happened to each of your characters?
Oh yeah, so it's the ending montage.
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Montage. Who wants to start?
Yeah, no, actually, prior to ending montage,
Back in your residence.
Our hovel.
Yes, back.
which, did we pay the rent?
I think
Someone had to have paid our rent.
Somebody paid your rent. I think you actually own the building now.
Yet
Perfect.
Jace mysteriously
Why
paid
is
our
my
rent,
name
but
on
we
side
don't
of
know
it?
that it's him.
John Lights.
Why is my name on side of building?
We live here now. It's official. It's ours.
Is this zoned for business?
Technically it is, yes. It's not zoned for residents.
Exactly.
All right, human.
Exceptions
You
made
have
for you.
friend.
I'm not a human. I'm an elf.
Person of some sort. You got some splaining to do, Lucy. What the heck was that?
We all have secrets.
Some of them are more pertinent than others.
I am really a halfling. I'm just kidding.
Three halflings hanging out.
3 halflings in a trench
I was thinking halfling on stilts, but that works.
I'm, still me.
Just kidding.
I'm just.
Do you want to
answering
mention that you
more
actually have a
people.
different name?
Yeah, my name is Vinya.
Aveninya.
Sure.
Okay, that's 100% what Garland's calling you now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's going to call me whether I want him to or not, so I'll just lean into that. As far as I know, everything I told you guys was true.
As far as you know.
But did you know what Armando was up to?
No.
I don't suppose.
What about the
people
other
keep
demure
tapes.
lady?
Dala?
Dala.
That is...
Bomanda.
Yeah, that's Fomanda.
Fomanda.
Did you know that one?
Not until I knew that she was Demir. We don't... So here's the thing.
Cells.
We don't, talk to each other that much.
That seems unwise.
And I don't...
mean,
When I go to report into the guild, I don't know what it even looks like in there. We don't remember things. That's how it works. That's how we keep it safe. I don't remember the faces of any of, my major contacts.
If you don't, then they.
We only know what we need to know.
Hurts guard on head.
Okay.
So, as far as I know, everything I told you guys was true. Just not my actual guild. I do hang out with the Golgari a lot. I mean, they're pretty cool.
Okay.
My parents...
Floor eggs.
No, we're supposed to sell those!
Go in the building now. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hang out with you guys, because I could get called in. I might not remember you guys next time I see you if I leave. So I'll hang out for a bit.
Everyone Gardon meets now. Aveninya.
Know that we still love you, even if we don't know who you are anymore.
Yeah,
And even if
so-
you couldn't tell us
This was
things.
great, and it's nice to work in a team. We don't tend to do that.
We should get team name. Guardians of Guild Pact.
Get friendship bracelets. Actually, no. Cassia finds some scraps of cloth, and Little Ben just weaves a friendship bracelet and like ties it around your wrist.
Vinya goes to report into Duskmantle and comes back and is like, "What is this?"
I have no memory of getting
There
this.
actually is legitimately, if you report into the Demir like home office, there are memory charms going into and out of it, so that you do not remember what you spoke of while you were in there, or who you met and what you talked about until you need to. So she's just used to not remembering things.
Oh, Abington, yeah.
We'd have to do that thing from like that Adam Sandler movie, the
51st Dates.
Yeah, 51st Dates, where we just play you the like.
Yeah.
We get the Rakdos to reenact this in a play for you.
We have our own Rakdos.
We wrote this
to
play. You
reenact
must
yesterday's
perform
stuff.
this. It's not real. It's play. You must do it every other day or
yeah.
so.
So who else? What happens after? In the aftermath?
Well, now we own a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I build a fire lab.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a section where Gardon teaches anger management for a while.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Obviously some healing on the side.
Meditation
Yeah.
And now Harmatu's funding is not running out,
Yeah.
and they have new respect in the guild. Although some of them think that they're tacky because they actually went out and fought instead of.
Sellout.
How dare.
Meanwhile, Kasia starts an animal or a creature shelter / is also the nurse's office for the anger management class.
Because sometimes that does not go well.
Yeah, you know what?
That's why he's also a healer.
Yeah,
Because exactly.
the nurse's office.
Vinya probably does stick around for as long as she can. Disappears every once in a while and then shows back up. Not necessarily always wearing Golgari robes, sometimes like guildless.
You always have a home with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Shows back up every so often. And
I do require one class a month. You must take.
Fine.
Anger
That's your rent.
I am angry about something. My recruiting agent from the Demir was unmasked and killed, so
We
I got
can
a
work
whole
through that.
vengeance thing going.
We can work through that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they don't want like any loose cannons in the Demir. That's frowned upon.
Yeah.
I could never join them.
No.
Actually, I don't know. I have inner peace. I found inner peace. Smash his ball.
I can
It was in there.
I can
I let you explode things.
I can talk to one of my contacts. I can leave like a message if you want. If you want to switch guilds.
I already did that once. I'm quite comfortable right
Okay.
now.
All right. Let me know if you change your mind.
Interestingly, all of you continue to have relative anonymity because in the official retellings of the tale,
We got
it's
no
the story
credit.
of Inspector Sellark
Of course it is.
defeating his arch nemesis
That was me.
with
did
the
that.
assistance of, a colorful cast of side characters. And that was Ravnica Rising.
That's great.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, chat, for
That
joining
was so
us.
much fun.
That was a
Thanks,
Do you want
friends.
to turn chat back on quickly?
Push the button.
The button has been pushed.
Doodly.
No, maybe.
No,
Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking. No, give it a minute.
There
There
it
it is. There's the noise.
I actually also had a secondary notebook.
That's so cute.
I was
Of course
keeping
you
notes
did.
on everyone, and
Oh,
so
of course you did.
I've been-
Don't
really-
touch the ash. Touched the ash anyway.
Oh
We
no.
now have a new follower.
Oh,
Hello,
Knights.
Hello, Polar Knights.
Polar
Thanks
Knights.
for joining us. Man, that was so much fun.
yeah. So I've been holding on to that second character sheet in the back of my
What
notebook.
a fun
yeah.
game, guys.
God.
I will
So
absolutely
John
let
knew
you guys read.
after the last one.
Yeah.
Because
He would.
When you
because-
guys all got asked to leave, it was because
I
she
was
was
talking
meeting
to a
with a
contact.
handler.
Yeah, that's
What I
right.
thought.
And yeah. So John,
Oh, the
John got to
squiddlies.
see that. Yeah, one of these days these hands are gonna hit all over you. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding about the guiding bolt on the pile of ash, though. When I said
Just
that.
continue to hit it.
Well, because, they come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I had a ton of fun. For
Yeah.
folks watching this, we will be back on Friday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for a game of Above and Below, which is one of my favorite games. So I'm looking forward to playing that.
I will not be here.
And this group all definitely want to role play more.
Yeah.
Arranging meetings for 6-7 people
so
is
hard.
very difficult.
Yeah.
But we're going to do what we can to continue having at least monthly games that you guys can join us for. So thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
See you again soon.
Peace out, Scouts.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Guard on waves that camera.
Continue not touching horse butts.